Do we have any questions before we begin?
No.
No, Dad.
Do we level up?
No.
Do we get martial arts?
I mean, that's up to you.
Should we
Did
get magic
Ren
items,
get
Mom?
did Ren get a Father's Day card from Rika?
No, not yet. The child has to be born first.
That was
Happy
good,
Father's
Free.
Day! I'm not a father.
Has Lance
That
got
was-
a Father's Day card?
That was good, Free.
Could
Alright.
you imagine if I just sending Rika today and she just says Happy Father's Day and I'm just like, wait, what?
The feeling when Odd looks at Father's Day cards and is like, if only.
Y'all are a mess. That being said, and I understand that this is complicated, but what happened on our last adventure?
Oh fuck, what did happen?
We
I remember.
grabbed names and took ass.
Oh wait,
Yep,
no,
that's it.
I remember. We were making our way towards what we assumed was the final shrine in Main Ezo. We went through the final parts of undead that were in the caves. A lot of them ran like scaredy cats. Ran into Deshara and Arava. Was that the name?
Irava.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
racist asshole, the Shada.
Yeah, and Arava being a thread to Yami. We
Yummy.
I sparred
so-
with them a little bit.
yeah, you wasted a lot of health potions. Zoe
fine.
finished her thing at the shrine. We made our way toward Aomori, did a whole bunch of other things for basically downtime until we were ready to leave. And we crossed the border from Mikhail's friend's boat with both the Shara and Arava. And we are now in
man
close-
Mikhail.
We are in Formosa, currently in the city of Bosong.
That is all correct. Did
I
we
got the
ever
letter.
say what the creature was that took you across the way? I forget.
Yes. I just forgot what it was. You did
Yeah, that's
say
fine.
Like
I was just like, it just occurred to me. It's
Is
like, did we
it
ever?
Yigaloth thing?
Yeah, it's some sort of Yugoloth. They're besties.
No.
Yeah, Ren found out.
Ren looked at his face.
that
and we
being
were told
said,
not to.
Yeah.
It is a little bit after dawn, after you've walked along the coastline and have entered the coastal city of Bosong. It's a very different vibe from where you came right across the Strait of the Divide. People are getting out and about. The markets are just now opening. There are quite a number of people spending some time either on the docks or by the beach. And the town, although it's small stature, is quite bustling for what it is. You are free to do whatever you wish.
Zoe,
Yeah?
you want to go to a cafe with me?
Okay.
Just us.
As you are having this conversation with her, her eyes are just like going everywhere. She's never seen anything like this, as have most of y'all, not having ever traveled to Formosa.
Excuse you. Once. Or twice. I don't know.
Probably a few times.
Gonna go. Actually, we'll bring she too. Why not?
She, you want to come? You want to come to the cafe?
I suppose so. It's been
want
some
me
time
to,
since I
like-
visited here.
I was gonna say, like, you want me to drop you off at the bookstore, or you want to come, like, get some coffee or tea?
I could certainly find my diversions if it was to detract from your ventures.
Oh no, I'm just inviting you if you want to come.
Certainly.
She's always looked over.
Plus, I know that's why I'm inviting him, because I'm like, shit, we haven't done anything with she. I feel bad.
I have no reason to.
I mean, I was in his brain, so I feel bad, so...
As you should.
Yeah, and when we get there, I buy those two whatever they want. If
Yeah,
they want
so-
something from the cafe.
Lance, Zoe, and G head off in their own direction. They go find a cafe. Go ahead and spend 6 gold, but you guys find a nice little brunch, I suppose, to eat at your leisure.
Nice.
The rest of y'all are free to do as you please.
I wasn't done, but alright.
We'll hop back because I assume people were like
okay.
splitting off in different directions, so we're like seeing what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and start like exploring the town, just like looking for like any signs of like thieves' cant. Odd can tag along if you would like, so I can like
Oh,
try to
sure.
point out like the different bits of like thieves' cant, as well as like showing him how I like pick out marks, and as well as keeping my eye open for any interesting characters.
That is a thing you can do. Also, here's the thing. I forgot. That being said, the boyos head off in their direction. Christ, what are you going to do with your time?
Charist is going to,
I
Let's
just
see,
realized,
she's
did we even cross the border with your skeleton?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's-
because remember, you crossed on an illegal vessel who didn't care who was on.
Yeah. Harold is, he's in a black and brown cloak and robes, and he has a straw farmer hat, he has gloves, and he has, like, a bandana mask sort of thing around his face. So, and the straw hat covers his eyes. So, he just looks like a shambling person. Oh god. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna find, like, a bookstore. I want some books.
Mm-hmm. That is a thing that you do. You start wandering through the city to go find your bookshop.
With Harold.
With Harold. You guys do find a fairly large bookshop and come through the glass doorway. The walls are filled to the brim with all manner of books. Many of them are in a language that you're not terribly familiar with, although that you do recognize as Formosan. The characters are a bit different from what you're used to. But you feel like if you got some of the simpler books, it would be more transferable to read, but there's plenty that you can read here and there. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Probably... I didn't think this far ahead.
If you ever get to a point where you're like, I'm not sure, we can flip to one of the other people.
Yeah, flip to one of the others real quick.
All right. From down on the docks where you guys left Christ, Odd and Ren, very quickly you do find that there's quite a bit of thieves' cant everywhere. It's a little hard to see because kind of like, where is my pointer tool? In areas like this where there's this like long wall that goes along the boardwalk, you do note that there's lots of engravings. They tend to be gilded gold on the sides of the white marble stone that is making up these walls. Probably not actual gold, but it's like painted gold. But every once in a while you see something that doesn't really match the pattern that was initially laid out. And if you look closely, it seems that someone at some point had chiseled into the walls and then painted over that with gold. And it always seems to say something in various forms of thieves' cant, leading in the right directions to for anything that you want to look for. What are you looking for?
Damn, I don't have Zoe for this.
Again, you can always meet up later.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
again, if you ever come up to a thing where you're like, hold on, not yet, then just say so.
I wanna just see, like, I wanna find directions to sort of like a possible like meeting place where some of the seedier characters could hang out, as well as like a black market. The first thing being like a bar or tavern or something.
Are you trying to look for the place?
Yes.
All right. You begin to wander about the town a little more, heading over to the further west side, kind of along the shadow side of this large tower. Before you find the place, you do find signs that lead toward the black market. Would you like to investigate, or would you like to wait?
I feel like I need to wait. I need to wait till we
Understood.
have Zoe.
So
Really
you and
enjoying
Odd,
this.
you and Odd wander through.
I just want to make sure Odd knows like the directions to both of these places.
Yeah. You survey the area then and point everything out. Lance, Zoe, and she, meanwhile, have their nice little brunch together. What are you guys going to do, or what are you going to do with them?
Wow, is there, like, I assume there's a point where, like, she gets up and we're just separate for a second?
I mean, if you want him to, he'd probably head over to the same bookstore that Chris ended up in.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants if he wants to do that. It's
Yeah.
mostly because I wanted to include him, but I really just want Zoe right now. So...
Wow. He shares some conversations about the time that he remembers from being in Formosa. It's mostly like childhood memories, and they seem very faint. But he seems to have a strange form of nostalgia being in this area. Eventually, after you guys finish your meal, he gets up and announces he's heading to the bookstore. Chris, he pops in later on while you're shopping for books. But for Zoe and Lance, what happens?
Ah, hey Zoe.
Yeah?
So I needed to talk to you about some things. Firstly being, what happens after the next shrine, or when I get told about some information.
Okay.
She's gonna hand him letter 3. Or he's gonna hand her letter 3.
Let me see which one letter 3 is.
That's the one saying, hey, this is my last letter I can write to you before I get sold into slavery.
Mm-hmm. She spends some time looking it over. You do see her face kind of like grimace a little bit when it gets to the more serious sections of the note, and then kind of like passes it back along to you and just kind of nods. And that's your squire?
Mm-hmm.
It's really serious.
And then she's gonna hand her letter 4. Also this, so...
It's just
Not-
this like huge mass of parchment, and she's like, oh, and
It's a
she
Roll off Rise's back, basically.
essentially it just rolls down the street a little while, and she has to go fetch it. But yeah,
Back around the earth, lands on Lance.
she reads it for a while, just kind of in awe, I suppose, of the entire situation, and eventually hands it back to you. And she says, "That's some sort of adventure. I couldn't imagine anything like that."
This is just me trying to ask you if, I'm to ever find out that he is where we're supposed to meet, if we could straight line for it. As you can see, I've not been adhering to my duty that was part of teaching him and protecting him, and it means a lot to me if we could go pick him up when he's ready.
You guys are the one taking me everywhere. If anything's a burden, it's me.
It's your mission. I don't want to interrupt it.
It's not an interruption for me. We're seeing the world, right? That's all that needs to be done.
You're such a cute little cinnamon roll, you know that?
She just kind of like blushes and turns away her head.
Oh, my pet head. My pet head. Oh, Zoe, by the way. Let's not talk about this with the others. I don't want all of this to be known to them in case it were to upset Niles when he rejoins us.
Okay.
So if we can avoid talks of it, I'm not exclusively against talking about it, mind you, but I would like to avoid it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Painful memories and whatnot.
It's just a lot to deal with. Is he gonna be okay to journey when we actually meet him?
At this point I just sent off another letter, so I don't know how far along he is, or I assume he's probably somewhere in the desert right now or making his way over here. All I can hope is that he got enough time to heal. That's really it. I don't know how capable he's going to be. It's one of those, we'll have to see how he's doing things.
That makes sense. And we won't know until we meet him, so hopefully he'll write us soon.
Good little cinnamon roll. Also, look at this cool thing I bought. He's gonna show her the eyeball he bought.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not that gross.
it's a little weird.
Okay, I am gonna put it in later and you gotta tell me how it looks. Not gonna do it right now in front of you because that seems kinda weird. I just
Okay.
wanted to show you that I made a good purchase.
I mean, I guess it's useful, especially if it helps you see or anything. I don't know how it works really.
Apparently it's supposed to help me see, but like I'm also like, ooh, I don't know how. Like my depth perception's gonna be messed up again. I gotta, we'll see, we'll see.
I imagine it's a little messed up already. No offense.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, that's it with that though. That's all I wanted to do with that. Alright.
What was the port town we left? You were in Aomori, you're now in Bosong. However, Chris, do you know what you're shopping for?
Yeah, so, do I see any books? So I have a short little list. I'm looking for books on, historic ruins or temples or things like that. Just like historic things like that. Books on necromantic magic, not necessarily magical spells, but like information. And then if there's any books in Celestial, especially like simple books that are just like that's not even may not even be a book, it may be like a little like pamphlet with a poem or something. Or books about learning Celestial.
Give me a D100. And the second thing you wanted was necromancy books?
Yeah, books like about necromancy. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
If there is magical spells, then that's great. But I assume I'm just looking for mundane books about necromancy.
This is mostly just a bookstore.
That's what I figured.
As you and the first one was history books, correct?
Yeah, books on historic locations, particularly
yes.
that retain around like religious significance.
You do find quite a number of books talking about religious historical sites as well as historical sites in general. From like a brief glance at the various books, you know, like try before you buy sort of thing, you do note that there seems to be a long history of various ruins and ones that are worshipped kindly throughout the area of Formosa, as well as through the Confederation and the Orient altogether. That being said, it kind of depends on what you're looking for, if anything in particular. It all seems either a good read or a little bit valuable in general, but if there's something more specific, you could probably find it.
I'm not looking for a general thing. It's more like of these ruins or older foundations, like books about who they were dedicated to, what they were built for, what happened to them, what their current status is, things like that.
You do find a book that seems to suit those needs. There's also another book. It's a little more expensive, but it's there if you want it. For the cheaper one, it would cost about 10 gold. The more expensive one would cost about 35 gold.
What's the difference between the cheaper and the more expensive one? Is the more expensive one just more detailed?
The more expensive one is both more detailed and also seems to contain broader information. So I'm gonna actually do this. So we are here presently.
Yeah, we're down there.
And this is just a cursory glance, so you don't know how accurate this information is, but it seems that the cheaper book tends to focus on the Formosan area. So you could imagine, like, to the borders of Formosa in all directions, it discusses various religious sites in that region. The more detailed book seems to cover the larger continent. Up until you hit like the boundary, which most people consider the boundary between the Orient and the Occident.
Okay. Okay. And so I think I'm gonna add that one to my shopping cart.
The cheaper, the more expensive, or both?
Would you say that the cheaper one is more detailed specifically about Formosa?
It's less detailed in general, but it has information you're looking for. But most of the geographic centricity is on this area.
I'll calculate my total and then figure out which ones I want to drop or not.
Cool.
Me and Zoe also head to the bookstore, by the way.
Nice. Everyone pops in. She is like, wait,
What
we could
the
have just come together. But for necromancy books, you don't find a whole lot. Most of the books that you're looking for tend to focus on necromancy as a school of magic. It may not be exactly what you're looking for, but most of them are generally cheap. They seem a little dry and kind of boring to read, but they contain useful information. You could get either one for 5 gold or another for 10 gold. And the last one that you were looking for was on Celestial.
Either simple books in Celestial or about learning Celestial.
You do find a very, thick book that seems to go over the linguistics of Celestial. It seems like a fucking tome. How useful that is for you is hard to say, and it's quite expensive. It seems to go for 60 gold. But there is a couple what seem to be fables written in Celestial. They are extremely cheap. They're about 10 gold for about 3 different stories. And it uses formally written Celestial, so it's actually it's an actual story written in Celestial essentially.
Yeah, so it's basically the equivalent of a set of nursery rhymes or something in a.
It's kind of more like a King Arthur sort of thing, like how he goes on his magical
Okay.
adventure or something. So it's it's hard to read, but it's not impossible to read. It'd be hard for a beginner, but this is what the beginner would have to read to be able to learn language.
Okay, and you said that one's 10 gold?
Yes, for 3.
For 3 of them?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Do something with someone else while I write all this down.
Oh, what is Lance looking for?
Lance is coming to the bookstore for smut, maybe.
I feel like this was just
He really came to talk to Charist because he figured she would be there, but also if Zoe has any more romance novels she wants to suggest.
Zoe enthuses to you about romance novels until Krista's done. Let me double check a thing. Yes. While no, I'll pass that on. That's fine. For the boyos on the other side of town, what is the plan? Would you like to go to the place? Are you prepared?
No,
No? You're waiting on Zoe?
we're waiting on. We should probably find a tavern, or
I
inn
assume you
at
guys,
some point.
Yeah, you pick a tavern by the boardwalk. It's fine.
Alright.
I assume anytime you go to a big town and then split up, you have a spot.
Yeah.
You have a spot and then there's always a place.
Yeah. I just sort of look at it and I just say, on our sort of excursions out, I've been sort of flexing my my thieving muscles, as it were. I haven't seen you do anything yet.
I just
Let's,
got back. Wait, what?
I haven't seen you stealing, buddy. How's that going?
Let's see how you can.
Not sure how well that would go, friend.
You want to try?
Something simple, maybe. Hold on.
Alright.
Charist does not approve.
She's not around.
You're dating a criminal.
What you don't know won't hurt you. Dad.
What is the plan, Sir Thief?
Shit, I don't fucking know. I didn't plan out to try to steal from someone.
Just watch closely. It's do you want to give him the usual back pat as he starts to just move throughout the crowd?
take a blessing of the trickster to start it.
Alright. And I'm gonna look for my usual sort of mark.
Yes, you do find, especially a number of sailors who seem to own some of the larger boats and or travelers in the area that seem to be for their worth. Go ahead and give me some sneaky fingers.
Sleight of hand?
That is the one.
Alright. Yeah, and my hood's up as I do this.
Whoo! Go. Let me actually see.
Christ.
It's too easy.
Was your hand even there?
I can't even see my hand.
So there's these two particular marks that you note. They're coming off of the docks and heading down the boardwalk. They seem to be enthusing about the place, which denotes to you that they are certainly not from here. They also seem to be of moneyed, as they have several servants who don't seem to be slaves, but they're like gathering lots of fucking shit on a trolley so that they can take various goods to wherever these people are heading. You decide to focus first on the young man who is traveling with this young woman. There are guards. It is a little risky, but you're like, these guys, I got them. You swipe from the man and then are able to pickpocket the woman. Turning out the man's coin purse after you've rejoined with Odd, you note that he has 1 gold on him. It is a single gold piece. It is from a currency that you're not familiar with, but it's gold, so hey, it works. The other one has a grand total of 163 gold.
Jesus.
I just I'm flipping like the strange gold piece like up in the air, and I'm just like, this look familiar to you in any sort of way?
Let's take a look at it.
I'll let him take a look at it.
Investigation check. Both of you
Yeah,
can
sure.
do it.
I can assist. Wait, what's your plus?
1.
Assist. You don't have proficiency, do you?
I don't know.
I'll just take my shot at it myself.
Then I'll guidance you.
Woot.
23.
You kind of look upon this for a little while. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you. It just has a strange face on it and a weird design on the back. But you do recognize the lettering on the coin. And it's the only reason you would recognize this is because Lance happened to show you a letter that had the same writing on it. Therefore, you determine this is a coin from Opal S.
That's neat. Also, I'm gonna give you 50 gold.
You do note that the other coins are a variety of different currencies, most of them seeming to be from Formosa.
That's neat. Also, I'm so glad it worked out that way of just, watch this, natural 20.
You didn't even roll the stealth. I don't even think you need to, though, because you had advantage.
It would have been funnier though. Watch this, nat 1.
That would have been an A+. Just,
Hold my beer.
But,
You try to pickpocket the group and smash into them.
Hold my beer. Gets arrested. You lose money to pay bail.
No!
Officer, why are you arresting me? Because you're drinking beer.
Public intoxication's illegal.
It's not
You're
actually.
going downtown. Yeah, I just sort of like flip it, catch it, and put it in my pocket, and just like, I don't know if this is ever gonna come in any amount of like use, but who knows? Maybe maybe it'll help change a few minds.
Yeah, just hold on to it.
1 gold point from Opal S.
If you want to know how much it's worth, though, you could probably ask Lance.
I mean, it's gold, so it's about the equivalence of a gold.
Yeah, we don't want. I think that gold piece is just telling us, hey, this guy's from Opal S.
Yes, also asking Lance, whereupon Lance
Hey,
will
I
ask where I got a
found
gold
this.
coin from Opal S.
Hey, I found this on the ground like a lucky penny.
It's
Lucky
on
copper.
the ground.
This is Ren's lucky coin now.
Lance probably knew those nobles, you slut.
Oh no. I want to know how close Lance was with how well versed Lance was with the Opal Empire, would I?
He's never really talked about that much.
Well, okay. I have no reason to memorize these people's faces.
Probably get.
I mean,
hey,
you
that
would
guy looks
know
a
that it's
little bit
like, hey,
Lance.
right next to Quartz, hey, he speaks Opaline.
I don't know anything about Quartz.
I was
I-
honestly expecting to be a gold coin from Quartz.
I know nothing about any country other than Horizon.
Listen, Lance speaks Opaline, that's all I know.
I guess we're gonna like go and try to meet up with the group.
Actually, wait. Quick question for me, Chris.
Mhm.
Religion here. Would we have seen anything like? What are the major people that they worship here? Do they still worship vestiges here, or do they more so tend towards the 9?
I'll say go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception.
As you
I
guys
don't know
wander through
shit
the
about
town.
this
That's
place.
23.
Oh shit.
And also give me a history check.
History check. At least that I have proficiency in, but it's still a lower thing.
Yeah. You don't know too much about Formosa, as you don't know about most of the places. You've read a little here and there, especially with the things that Chris has shared with you. But Formosa's kind of one of those places you're just like, it sounds boring, and you just kind of skip the chapters. But one thing you did notice while you're wandering around, they do seem to have a very large structure that seems to be some sort of temple. It doesn't seem to be associated with the vestiges, but it does seem quite old and well-maintained. Not well-maintained seems to be a shrine to the vestiges high up on the mountain slope of the town. It seems to be very ramshackle. You guys were just passing through, but you didn't see any people like hanging out in the little courtyard. And a lot of the buildings like tiles and were falling off. There's holes in some of the walls. It looked pretty nasty compared to all the places that you'd seen previously. And kind of a little sad. Beyond that, there is also a very large church temple sort of building that seems to be for worshippers of the 9 to congregate. And it seemed very well built and well funded in its own ways.
Yeah, passing by that, the torn up one, Odd would have been like, well, I guess this is where their worship will be waning.
You hear this, Ren?
Wait, what?
I guess this is the start where we'll start running to places where their worship will be waning.
And if you didn't hear, Odd points out an old shrine that's just kind of beat up and pretty lackluster.
I heard that. I was like, yeah. Don't know exactly what we can do about it though.
Not really
Besides
much.
bringing a thread through here.
I'm not even sure how much I think people are going to be willing to pay attention to her. I mean, if that's a sign of anything, then she's probably just going to be a common person around here to people.
It's true. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I mean, no.
Less attention means less trouble.
True.
Never heard a more Ren statement.
What?
Less attention is less trouble.
I mean, I agree.
But yeah, you guys reconvene with the rest of the group who is exiting the bookshop. But what was bought at the bookshop and or said at the bookshop?
What was bought at the bookshop was Christ with Harold following behind her, carrying. What?
What was bought at the bookshop was Chris. It's like, what, you can buy a Charist at a bookshop?
It's very expensive.
Christ, with
Collector's
Harold following behind her, carrying the books that she just like pulled off the shelf. She's gonna get the less detailed book on the historical sites and places in Formosa, the book about necromancy as a school of magic, the 10 gold one, and then the 10 gold for the 3 books about fables in Celestial, and then the 35 gold for the detailed book on historical sites in the Orient.
Nice. The way
So
this
that's 60 through 65 gold total.
So this is kind of like getting one of the special character buffs that come with a background. You now have knowledge on a variety of historical sites, ruins, and or religious places throughout the world. I'm probably going to mark some stuff on the map so that you'll have that for your own knowledge later. But I'm not going to do that now.
You got the shrine buff that Stray Embers got.
I'm not going to do that now, though, but if you remind me later, I will. And if you ever come upon a place that you believe to be religious or historical or ruinish in nature, you can ask about it, and you'll learn a few things, just straight out.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a pool of information I can.
Oh God,
You're
freeze
so little cold.
that coin person.
No, I have 722 right now.
Oh, okay, good. Woo.
Okay.
I didn't want to do the whole thing in there, so I just did the 87.
I have much more.
You
gold.
say
Don't worry. I wouldn't have spent 65 gold if I only had 87.
I know you're smarter than that, free.
Linz is gonna
Yeah,
talk to Chris.
Harold gathers your books after you've purchased them and exchanged the gold, and you guys all step outside of the bookshop where Lance pulls you aside.
And the zombie is her Dodie.
He's a skeleton, thank you.
Skeleton. Sorry, that's worse.
Chris.
Well, hi.
Hi.
I got books.
I like your books. They're fancy.
Thank you. You can read Celestial, right?
No, I can't.
Oh, I thought you could. Okay.
No, I can only
That was
read,
freedom out of
like-
character, also thinking that Lance knew Celestial.
Oh, see, you think I'm a paladin? Because I'm kind of like a paladin, but I'm not a paladin.
Yeah, you do magic, and I always
I
just
have
think, oh, it's a
glowy hands.
paladin.
Glowy
Yeah.
Um,
What did you need to talk to me about?
Oh, right. I was gonna ask you because I know you like making clothes and like pretty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to like start on a project for me.
Okay.
So, when we eventually meet up with Niles, he's not gonna have his uniform anymore. I mean, look at how nice this uniform is. He's not gonna have it anymore, and I kind of feel bad.
It is very nice.
I wanted to know if you wanted to try like recreating the outfit so I could like give him a gift when he gets back. Is like, hey, you traveled really far, and so that we could be twinny and matchy and cute again.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the outfits are nice. It's essentially the same outfit, but probably like 2 sizes smaller.
Okay. Well, I mean, it'd be hard to get it to fit like yours does because I don't. Unless you know his measurements, but.
Oh, I don't. I would give a rough guesstimate of 2 sizes smaller, and then when we actually meet him, you could do like fine tuning on it.
I can tailor it. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
How
Okay.
tall is Niles?
That's a good question. I have no fucking clue. Let me check fucking the world,
Yeah,
Dan.
it might not be there, but I am curious if he has a size.
I would give a guesstimate to Carissa of like how many size. Like
He's like 5'7".
Carista's like has a little like notebook and is writing down like the measurements,
Is that the size we
estimating.
have written down for him?
5'7", 120 pounds.
He is basically the same size as she.
He's basically the same size as she. Like you could like tailor it to she
Wait,
and
we're
it fit
taller
him
than
probably.
She.
Most people in the Orient are quite short.
Okay.
She.
She.
You want to be a model?
I suppose if it would aid in your endeavors.
So okay, and Carista's like standing in front of she now. She's like, so are they like the same body type? Because I have to worry about like how much room for the chest and the legs and everything. If you wanted to be fitted like yours.
You might want to leave a little more. I'm not gonna say that.
A little more room in the package here, if you know what I mean.
Would I know if they're pretty much roughly the same body type? I assume.
Niles is obviously more fit, but beyond that, so it's probably like a difference in like shoulders.
Just like maybe a little bit in the shoulders, maybe a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's pretty much the same.
Okay, so I'm gonna need.
poke
I
his cheek.
should probably get the materials here because this is. I don't know
Yes.
when we're gonna
I
get
will-
to. Well, we're gonna get to the capital at some point, so maybe I'll just like scour around for.
Yeah,
for
I
some
can like walk around with you if you want, so you can compare fabrics as we're going around.
Okay, and I need she to follow around with me so I
Okay,
can.
Zoe,
use
you can go back to the meeting point if you want.
Yeah, you guys are having like this walk and talk as you go by, and Ren and
just
Odd
like the-
show up around the same time.
I just like the mental
I'd like to-
image of Lance and Chris just like walking around, but each of us are both grabbing She by his wrist, just like pulling him along with
Yep.
us.
There's a reason he wasn't speaking.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
and
actually
Harold
think
is behind pushing him into this.
I'd like to actually think that Ren and Odd are just at the meeting place, like scratching heads, like, what the fuck is everybody? What the fuck?
But yeah, they show up, and the group passes by and probably discuss what they're abusing She for.
We're gonna put outfits on him. We're playing dress up with
Okay.
She.
Do you need help, young man? Do you need emancipation?
Blink twice if you need help.
He like closes his eyes and gives a big sigh and says, "I suppose if it is for the greater good of the group, it is no problem."
You're the
So,
best,
wait,
and I put him
what-
over my shoulder.
What greater good is he working towards here?
What?
What greater good is he working towards here with this, dress up?
Fashion.
They're gonna
I'm-
make
I'm-
Niles a new uniform.
Yeah,
Same body type.
I need
Okay.
I need
Um,
I need like a mannequin, but I don't have a Niles mannequin. But we have She.
She's close enough.
I'm not one to judge. You do you.
she gives.
So, you want to go meet some dangerous people?
Odd gives she that look of good luck, friend.
Why are you taking her to meet dangerous people?
I'm sure he's
Because
kidding, right? Zoe
absolutely
Odd like
kidding.
very visually winks.
I'm absolutely kidding. I would never put this dear little girl in danger.
Okay,
I'm
I
only
trust
going
you.
to-
Let's go, Chris.
I'm inciting this
I'm
man.
also inside. Nope, mine's not.
I already know what he's talking.
Fuck!
Oh, fuck, what
One
fuck?
over. One over.
God
Damn.
Chris,
Okay,
you
guys,
have your concerns about Zoe, but Ren seems to be telling the truth. Maybe it's some weird sort of inside joke thing they got going on.
Zoe, be safe. Don't do drugs.
Oh, God bless expertise.
Lance does say that as he runs away, though.
Lance, be safe. Or, not Lance. Zoe, be safe. Don't do drugs.
she waves you off.
Hey, you want to do some
Drugs
drugs
are
later?
bad.
Just
the corner.
immediately after earshot. Hey, want to do some drugs after we get out of town?
she puts her hand to her chin. Not if we're going to be walking all day. That'd be kind of tiresome.
I actually have a plan for this.
Crimes?
Already done.
How?
What? I'm not gonna lie to her. He's just like flipping the opalesque coin up in the air.
What did you
Already
do?
done.
Oh, that'd
You're
be
not
a
there
good
no more.
place.
So Ren and Zoe went one way. Kristen, Lance
Well,
went
you're
another way.
free to go with us, Odd.
Yeah.
Because like we're going to meet the people.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Unless you want to be all by your lonesome.
That's true.
I mean, I've been there before. I'll follow them.
Feels odd, man.
The odd man house.
Exactly.
Where are we
Yeah.
heading? To the black market or the place?
Let's go to the black market first.
That is a thing you can do. You do head back over toward the shrine higher up the hills. And head down a few of the back alleys between some of the residential buildings that are here. There's lots of trash and just gunk throughout the place. A lot of stray cats just lazing about on the stone ground. But as you're going along, you do see that there's these various holes that are in the side of one of the marble walls here. Looking in them, there seems to be bars after you go in like 3 or 4 feet. And it just gets real dark after that because there's just no light going through.
Feels
But
dark vision, man.
following some of the thieves' cant that is written here and there, you do find that one of these holes has the bars, but it says on the wall the effect of those who tug win the war, which tells you try pulling it.
Also should be done.
You grab some of the bars, and when you pull, a set of the bars come undone from the ceiling and move down like a weird drawbridge sort of thing.
What were you saying, Joel?
I was gonna say I should know odds keeping track of like the thieves' cant that's leading to the black market.
Yeah.
Just in case it correlates with any other places, and you would want to go there as well.
Yeah. But this gives you access to the strange hole. You have to duck down, and as you affix the bars to where they were, traveling down this small hole, it takes you to what seems to be like an aqueduct of sorts. There's a small pathway that goes along, and eventually it turns right, goes down several sets of stairs, down a stairwell, until it opens up to a well-lit small market. There's not a whole lot here. It's definitely not as big as the one that was in Aomori, but it seems more lively than the one there. There's less transient sort of people who are just kind of like begging for money here and there, and the business sellers seem to be higher on their game.
Interesting. And the main reason I brought Zoe here is I want to look for something for her, like maybe bracers of defense or a +1 dagger. Or if she finds anything that just like catches her eye, I'd like to see how much it is.
Yeah, she whenever you get into the place, whatever air of confidence that she had when wanting to go here, kind of gone now. She's more a little scared than anything, just making sure to just like look at everything, similar to how she was doing above, but with a notable sense of caution. That being said, nothing seems to catch her eye in particular, but if you're looking for, you said a +1 dagger and bracers of defense.
Yeah, and as I just like note that like she looks a little scared, I just like sort of like lean down slightly and whisper, "Don't be scared. You're only showing them that you are if you look at." Trust
Scared?
Me,
I've done this before.
Insight check.
Go for it.
I'm definitely inciting.
Ren, you're not sure, but Odd, you can tell she's telling the truth.
That she's not scared?
That she's done it before.
She's done it before, yeah, but I'm talking about is she...
You definitely, like, that you really didn't need to insight too much. She's not necessarily scared, but she is nervous.
Okay. Listen. It's fine. We're both here. You're not alone.
She kind of gives a nod. What are we looking for here?
The dagger, the bracers, possibly a +1 short bow, but that's me thing.
Let me do a thing real quick. Boop, 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 boop. That's not what I want. That is. Alright, Summer, you know the drill.
Oh boy, what do you want to know?
Prices.
The +1 prices? +1 is uncommon.
Is it?
Oh, yes. +2 is rare.
I'm surprised.
+1 is uncommon, so your price range is looking to be 100 to 500. 500 maximum.
And for rare.
Rare is 500 to 5,000. That's the big jump one.
That is the big jump. Glancing about, you do find that there are a variety of weapons. They seem to be in a high commodity here. Talking to a few of the sellers, it seems that weapons are not very often sold anymore by the blacksmiths, as they have gotten government regulation not to do that. So it's hard to tell if this is just part of a sale pitch to buy from me because I got the good stuff, but that's essentially what he's saying. And he has a variety of +1 weapons, all for your distinct pleasures.
Short bow and dagger are the two that I'm looking.
He does have both of those. For the dagger, he would charge 350. For the bow, he'd charge 400.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Ren.
Hey.
Break up with your girlfriend. I'm bored.
Also,
What?
Break
Wait.
up with your girlfriend.
What?
that being
I'm
said,
bored.
that's 400 with a quiver of arrows. P.S.
Is it a quiver of plus ones?
No. You'd have to pay extra for those.
That is not worth the wood it's made out of.
+1 arrows aren't a thing.
Yes, they are. They're
are.
+1 ammunition,
Yeah.
Oh, you
which is
disgusting.
cheaper. Which is cheaper than a +1 weapon because ammunition.
Yep.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting. I'm going to bookmark the prices page in my DMG because I feel like this is not going to be the last time this session that
Oh,
I look at it.
absolutely.
Oh, absolutely not. Do they have sending stones, perchance?
They
Right.
Talking up on sending stones!
give me a investigation check.
100.
Fuck, I need to buy a set 2 on Lance. Shit.
Yeah, looking around, they mention, you find a seller who had some. He's expecting a new delivery, from his contacts out in Anatolia, within the next 3 weeks. But, because of various government regulations on magical items, it's been quite hard to get even simple ones.
I guess I'm going to try to talk the guy down for the +1 dagger.
That is the thing you can do. What do you say?
I just sort of hold out my hook blade, which is a +1, and I just say, I don't know, I found this one right across the divide in Ezzo, and it was much cheaper, and it's of the same if not better quality.
There's lots of things that are cheaper out in Ezzo. It's the best place to steal from, if you have the right eye for it.
I don't.
This music got very calm for a black
Mm,
dark.
Listen, I thought it was a different song.
The combination of the music and his response just kind of threw me off.
It's fine.
Because she's
He's
like-
flirting with you. It's fine.
Mm.
What's this
Ew.
song? Nope,
That's
not
probably
that
it.
one. Fuck that one.
Yeah,
Here, we'll
he
go to
just-
the tried and true. I know the tried and true.
Yeah. Oh, I know what's gonna happen here.
No, not that one.
Just sort of responds. Maybe so, but this was legitimately purchased, and one would think that with the what is the word for it? Embargo. There we go. I had to think of Pokemon moves. One would think that with the embargo over, prices would drop a little bit.
If only the embargo was the only problem that Formosa was suffering with.
Oh yeah? What other problems are on the table right now?
Brewing civil war, the usual.
Oh. Shit.
I don't.
Out of
Hey.
character, I know.
Do you know how to character?
Isn't it the whole debacle? Like, wait, no, Obelisk isn't
That's-
anywhere near the
I
Confederation.
think you're talking
Correct.
about the Caliphate.
What?
That's also true. There's a civil war in the Caliphate. Out of character.
I'm not
Yeah.
talking about that. No, I was thinking of the whole thing between Obelisk and the Confederation.
They're not. That's not really a civil war since they're different countries.
Yeah, no, that's where I was wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I just say, wasn't really aware of a brewing civil war here. I'm fresh from Ezzo, as a matter of fact.
The North and the South are not as unified as they like to pretend to be.
Same here. The same over there.
I guess it's the same everywhere you go. Either way, the South right now wants to make sure as few citizens arm themselves just in case there's revolt. You would probably have a better chance getting some goods from up north, but they have their own issues up there.
I can imagine, but it's also out of the way of me and my group. How about this? I've got a guild looking for places to, offload some of their goods. I'm sure you're aware of the type.
I know the
How
type.
about you give me a deal here? You're the first person we come to with any of our acquisitions that seem to be up your alley.
Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
4. Oh, that's a natural 20, God.
That is the way of it. He kind of thinks it over for a minute, and he says, I do have my own mouths to feed. I don't see any problem with that. Seems like a potential good offer, as long as you come through. You can talk to me, and for now, I'll take 50 gold off the price for your good word.
That's a deal.
That is the thing that you do.
And I just say, look up the Silver Dragons Guild in a little while. We're sort of organizing things right now.
Very, very well. Yes. Yes.
After I get done with this, I'm gonna just like walk over to Zoe, just sort of like tossing the dagger up and catching it, and I'm just gonna toss it into her hands and say, "Here, might need a little something better to protect yourself."
She kind of like examines it a few times, like takes a grip on it. She seems to enjoy it. It seems to suit her as well. I need to add that to her sheet.
Sure.
But yeah, after examining that, she's like, thanks. I think it would be a help.
Definitely. And only gonna find us for this next leg of the journey. Summer. Anyway, now is the tough bit. And I'm gonna lead her up and out of the black market to the place.
Yep. There's a particular bar that is on the west side of the town. It is
probably ask if I wanted to do anything in the black market.
I will ask around, 1 for Boots of Elven Kind, and 2 for a bag of tricks.
Boots of Elven Kind are certainly not here.
Really?
That much I can say. Yup.
That's surprising.
Talking to a seller who dabbles in particularly magical goods. He kind of gives the same spiel as the other guy. There's just lots of enforcement right now on all sorts of magical items and also weaponry. Anything that essentially a person could get an edge out in a fight. It's just harder for them to claim without taking a big risk upon themselves, and they seem to be a little more conservative here as far as the sellers go. But they do have a bag of tricks.
100 to 500.
What color and how much?
Give me a 1d4.
Actually, I had guidance. I could just roll.
I mean, guidance doesn't help here.
It's a 1d4.
It is a tan bag of tricks.
Tan.
Jackal, ape, baboon, axe beak, black bear, giant weasel, giant hyena, tiger.
Literally the one I don't have.
How much for that?
That's kind of a meme.
100 to 500.
For he'll sell that to you for a solid 500.
God fucking damn it.
How much do you have?
I'm sorry.
I have 379.
Alright, I've got a gem worth 100, and I can toss you the other 21 gold.
That's all of my money. Wait a minute. Let me look a thing up.
Are we ready for a Lance breakdown part 2?
Oh boy.
That happens today. I forgot about it, so I need to do that still before we leave.
Look up an item, see how much it is.
So now we have all 3 bags in play somewhere in the world.
Hold up, Chris. What if I offer this guy my oil of etherealness It's a rare potion.
He like takes you over to one of the other sellers in the black market to see if that guy could give you anything for it. He kind of looks it over, gives it a little sippy to see if it is what it is said to be. He's willing to buy that off of you for 800 gold.
Hey Jerry, you want to help me talk this one up?
Sure, I can try. Would you like to guidance me?
Hell yeah. Just be like, listen man, this guy has made a lot of potions in his time.
You and your fucking 19s today.
33.
And yeah, he says, no can do, my sir. This has to be bought for premium. I have plenty I need to do to get out of the country.
With the 33, Jesus Christ. You know what? I'll take the 800.
Sometimes you just can't talk people out of stuff.
Yep.
Money in the bank.
That's 1100 minus 500 for that bag. That's a solid 679. I now have a tan bag of trick.
That is a thing that is now in your possession.
Thank God for making potions.
Yeah, you're responsible for tokens. That being said, yes. Do you have any other business in the black market, Otto?
I'll take 83 character sheets now.
God damn it, no. I'm not being that asshole. That's all my business.
Oh, call himself out when he's right here.
I gotta call my boys out. I'm sorry. He knows he's my friend.
I don't know about that anymore.
Oh.
You insult Tyrone Bigums and now you insult me. I don't know if we can be friends. You were already out of the boys. I don't know if I can keep you in my life anymore.
No, it's fine. My friends were gonna abandon me one day.
It's true.
However,
God,
do you have any other
anyway.
business in the black market?
No.
I'm really upset.
Very
Go ahead, Jerry.
well.
How do you play a Lance mental breakdown again? I forgot. This is gonna be real fun.
And they make memes about my characters having mental issues.
Also, for your notes, Ren, the guy you made the deal with is named June. That's all he goes by.
I feel like
June's
I've met
Kitchen?
another June.
Well, like-
Spelled differently, but yes.
Like that?
Oh, wait, what?
Like
June's
June's
Jimmy?
Kitchen?
Not that June. This June. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Self gets it. Ah,
Oh, yeah, I forgot we're in Korea.
you are.
Pak Soo-young! Oh no.
What?
That thing I just had a Korean name that I thought of off the top of my head.
However, if you're done in the black market,
Yes.
you guys head to the place. There is a bar on the west side of town. It is a nice place to go to. For those who are interested in finding a nice place to go to, you do find a variety of intriguing souls that are situated about the bar in their various ways.
How much does it look like that place out of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie with the bubble blowing baby hunt?
I don't remember it, so I can't say.
How rough is this place?
Does it remind you of the salty spittoon?
How
It-
tough are you?
generally, it's like, it's a fair bar. It's a nondescript bar. It's the place where adventurers tend to go. So it's not necessarily like a rundown, ugly place. But it's not the nicer places that you guys would tend to like actually sleep at. You'd probably avoid this place if you had to find a room for the night.
Is it a salty spittoon or is it a Weenie Hut Jr.?
It's not a Weenie Hut Jr.
Okay.
Is it like a
Super
solid,
Weenie Hut
like,
Jr.
like between the Weenie Hut Jr. and the Salty Splatoon? Is it like a 6?
It's closer to Salty Spittoon than Weenie Hut.
The salty
like a three.
the salty Splatoon. I love that game. Salty Splatoon.
Yes.
Man.
I've played it many a time.
I can't wait for after this shit though now. Lance is gonna have a ooh. I'm excited.
So yeah, as we're just like sort of like making our way in, I just say, just sort of like whisper to Zoe and say, so, a couple of these people don't exactly know how dangerous they might be. They might be just as seasoned adventurers as us. They might be more seasoned. But I thought you would enjoy coming here to sort of see the type that we might encounter on our journey.
Okay. Is there anything I should pay attention to?
Your coin purse.
Yes, actually, I was just about to say that. Your coin purse, and do me a favor, and you and I'd make sure nobody's lying when we're talking to them.
Okay.
Wait, did she pick that one spell? Chris, you know
we
that
don't
one spell?
know.
I mean, you could ask her.
Yeah, I'd say, do you have any, like, methods to make sure that, you know, they're not lying to my face, or?
I do have this one thing that I was learning about. I've never tried it before.
Ah, this sounds like an excellent time when we're in the thick of it. And, with that, I'm just gonna smile and, like, lead her into the bar.
While he's doing his questioning, odds enhance ability both him, or no, he's just gonna enhance ability himself for wisdom.
Wisdom, what a boy, what a lad. So, the people I needed to talk to, I have the list right here, Chris.
I have it as well.
Do you have the shortened list of, like, the people I actually needed to talk to?
No. But you can say them by name and I'll know who you're talking about.
Okay, because, let's see here, pronunciation guide, there's, Philip Maticus, Zhang Shun, Lena Su,
This is more people than I thought. Hold, please.
yeah,
Yoink. Lena and who else?
Bai Tong, Thrazir Thornhammer,
The good boy.
That's a dwarf.
that is a dwarf, and excuse me as a little pronunciation check, Sunwacha.
Those are fucking names.
Welcome to the Orient. That being said, yes. All of these people are collectively hanging out, just doing their things.
Which one should I speak to first?
That's it to you.
If I got a list of people's names.
It should also be
There's a-
noted that if you want Zoe to do a thing, then she certainly has to do that thing.
Yeah, I would like to, like, move it off to, like, a slightly secluded part of the bar, though. That way it's not just, like, putting it on random people. You know, I'll talk to the... Where is it? What is her name? I'll talk to Lena first.
Cool. That is a thing that you can do. You do see that there is a fine bard who seems to have a lyre on her back. She's currently talking to one of the other patrons as well as the barkeep over by the bar.
Yeah, I just sort of, like, walk up beside her and say, "Pardon me, may I speak to you for a quick moment, please?"
Certainly.
And I just sort of, like, lead her towards the, sort of, like, uncrowded part of the bar, and I say, "Don't get this wrong, this isn't me being the typical sort of guy. I've come here on a sort of business proposition, almost."
She kind of gives a nod.
I am in the business of... How do I say? I need people to work together, to put it blunt. And from what I can see, the patrons of this bar, they have either something for the guild itself or the business that's going to surround it. And I think that your skills might work excellent for it.
I have my talents where they lie.
I just need to know if you'd be interested. You'd be paid, of course, as well as a cut of any jobs that you performed.
The jobs depend on the pay, and the pay depends on the jobs.
Do you have any idea about how much you'd want to start out with?
A better question is, how much are you willing to offer her? And also, what kind of jobs do you want to put her on?
Does she seem... I would ask her if she seems more stealthy or more, like, good at, like... almost... corporate espionage is, like, the best way I could describe it. Or, like, infiltration, almost.
I have a few contacts here and there with various royals throughout the nation. And they're weak contacts, of course, but I do have a way with my poetry.
If your skills are able to involve yourself, basically what I need from you is someone who can talk their way out of trouble. Or talk their way into a good position.
The latter is my specialty.
I'd be willing to pay up front, of course. 150 to 200 gold before your first job to make sure you have everything that you need to get started.
This seems like a fair price.
Alright, let me write this down. So I can count you as part of the guild.
Certainly. Let me know what I need to do, and I'll be around.
Oh, thank God. This is easier than I thought it would be. Excuse me while I start writing down prices.
Now, fuck her.
Man.
No! I'm taken. Man, I kinda want the wizard, but the wizard's an asshole. God, the wizard's an asshole.
You're not wrong. I read everything.
I'm gonna speak to Zhengshun next.
You find what seems to be a well-to-do woman of simple means.
Yeah, just like, hi, I also just like pointing to Zoe and I'll just keep their eye on these people as I sort of talk to them, and also keep an eye on my back, please, because people here will steal from me horribly. God, don't let them steal my money.
Odd's watching literally every person that goes by.
P.S. Did you want Zoe to cast Zone of Truth?
How long
Other
is
lady
that?
didn't lie. It lasts for 10 minutes.
I don't want her to cast it until I'm speaking
Until you need it.
Where?
You tell her when. You tell her when, and she will.
Are you sure you want her to just be outright with the Zone of Truth, or you just want me to be like reading people, and then if she's like you still don't know, hit them with it?
I don't want her to cast it until I think I need.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I just sort of do like the same sort of introduction, and I introduce myself as like Ren, and I say, "Hi, I'm looking to sort of open up a small business in town, an orphanage, if you will, and I'm looking for people to help take care of the children there. And I was wondering if you would be able to sort of help me in my quest."
That seems like a noble goal. There aren't many orphanages throughout Formosa.
No, there are a couple where I come from, but they're dastardly things. They exploit the children, use them for their own ends. And, well, I figured Formosa is a good place to start a pure sort of version of that. No exploiting of kids, just keeping them from the sort of past that I was forced to deal with.
It's certainly, as said, a noble profession. I'm an academic by trade. I can't say that I'm very well versed in this sort of entrepreneurial spirit that you have. I do have a request, though.
What would your request be?
Obviously, there's the need for room and board, but I assume that comes with taking care of the children themselves. I, however, as an academic, would like to be able to do my own research in my own time. It would not affect any of my other duties.
So she wants her own room to be able to do this thing?
More that she wants the ability to continue doing research on her own time.
Oh, so just free time to do her own shit.
Yeah. Sure,
but also people not getting involved in her shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure we can figure out a way to allocate this. Doesn't seem too big of a request.
She gives a nod, and you see her face light up in a way that you didn't expect to. She seems like much more friendly than she did even a few seconds ago. She said, "Very well. You can contact me at any time that your business is getting underway."
What? I need to figure out how much to pay a commoner. How much do you pay a commoner?
Not much. Like, a few gold is like a good income for them, isn't it?
I think it's like
I've
a few silver pieces a day.
I've heard people equating silver pieces to a US dollar, like for their campaigns. So if that's what, it depends on what Chris Fox wants to do. But
I would say a decent wage in a city like this would be somewhere in the range of 5 to 10 gold. Either
is that an hourly or
not
yearly?
hourly. Jesus.
Start off at
Weekly?
minimum wage.
No, not full. Jang 15. Who is up next? Oh, you. Yeah, soon.
That is a thing. You do see another lovely lady who seems to be twiddling a dagger alone on a table with a drink in front of her.
Yeah, I'm watching this girl closely.
Yeah, I just sort of like slide into like the chair across the table and I say, "You any good with that thing?"
I have my ways.
Well, we all do. But are you interested in making it? My words failed horribly as I said up. Are you interested in making a bit of coin?
I'm not a
Possibly.
prostitute.
First off, not what I meant. Second off, I never pay. Third, I more so meant joining a guild where your skills could be put to ample use.
I have a lot of ample skills to use.
What are you good at?
I know that your coin purse is a little tight to your chest right now.
No, that's not a thing I should say in the chat.
The joke's on her. My coin purse might be tight to my chest, but all of my coin is in my bag.
Meh.
It's like as it should be in places like this. People like you and me running around, you know.
Well, at least you're not
Somebody-
stupid.
Never claimed to be, but are you smart enough to take this opportunity?
Sure, if it's worth the price.
He just sort of leans forward like a cocky grown size. How much do you think your skills are worth?
What exactly do you want of me?
Need someone who's kind of like me, good at stealing, not able to be caught very easily, possibly able to get themselves out of a tight jam either with a blade or with their words.
She kind of like balances the blade on the table. I suppose 600 gold wouldn't be too bad.
Can I insight check her?
I'm
Sure.
insight checking the shit out of that.
Bear
damage
to
on
mind for your insight for Odd, you're on the other side of the room, so getting details will be
Am
very
I?
hard for you.
Comparison here, God.
He didn't
Oh.
bring her over to the table where you're at. You're just kind of like looking on from afar.
Oh well, I'm in enhance ability. Oh, I didn't switch back to odd.
Yeah, she
27
seems
is
to
27.
have a chill demeanor. She doesn't seem to be doing anything outwardly strange. For Ren, she definitely seems like she's upselling you and that she knows it. But you also tend to get the feeling that she's good for her word.
He just sort of like gives a quick laugh. He says, "No, I don't mean to downplay the amount of skill that you have, but you're not worth that much. I've hired a seasoned adventurer for a quarter of that coin, but
Seasoned
I'm willing to-
adventurers aren't as good as me.
but I am willing to pay you quite a hefty bit to help get you up and going for your first job."
It's all about the numbers.
200 gold up front, then a good cut of whatever you make off your job before it's filtered into the guild.
80% of my cut goes to me.
$65.
70.
This is where I hit him with the hot halves and say 67.5 to meet in the middle.
Do you do this?
Do it. You won't.
Yeah, sure.
Sure what?
Yeah, I say 67.5.
No deal. I can get plenty of offers here. Like I said, my skills are valuable.
But can you get offers that'll bring you a good bit of reach around the country and as well as across the entire continent if all goes to plan?
Isn't that
We've
what you were
already got-
hiring me for already?
We've already got reach in Ezza. In the capital, no less.
And I have my allies where they lie.
$70.
Good boy.
Ooh, I
You
hate
just
it.
hold up. After that, you need to just be like, hold up, bitch.
See, out of character, I'm like, oh, you bitch. In
Yeah.
character, Rin's just like, oh, we're gonna get along.
A little too well, from what I can tell.
It's 200 gold. So far I paid 350, 35. Not bad at all. Up next is Thraz.
Yes, there's a
Thrazer?
Thrasir. There's
Shit, we're
a
going broke today, boys! Woo!
there's a stern dwarf who is sitting around at his own table.
I just sort of gesture to him and say, "Excuse me, sir, can I speak to you for a moment?"
What's a half pint like you and then talk to me?
I'm taller than him!
I'm taller in spirit. He chugs part of his drink.
Is this guy dwarf?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh dear, where is this? Oh,
Need to
Rossi.
speak about a job opportunity and willing to buy you a drink if you're willing to hear me out.
I can be persuaded.
Does it come over here?
Is he heading to your corner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone else will be heading to my corner from now on.
Understood. He takes his seat around the area with you.
Yeah, I just sort of call over I order him a drink. And I just say, "So, I am starting up a business in town. It's sort of twofold. How exactly do I voice this based off what I know about him? I'm going to be honest with you. One half of it's a guild, the other half of it's going to be sort of safeguarding the younger people, making sure that they don't fall into the same sort of life that I did. orphanage is the basic gist of it, and I need a little bit of muscle for both sides of the coin.
Muscle
I need
certainly
someone to
something I'm
beat up
good
the
at.
kids.
What was that for you?
I need someone to beat up the kids.
Yeah.
It's also
I need
Cat. It's a Catholic orphanage.
No, shit.
No, no, Dad,
Oh,
I'm not
no.
talking to you.
Uh,
Oh, hey, Jerry, Ren can hire my dad. My dad will settle beat up kids.
I'm down.
Can I hire
How
him to
much-
kick my ass?
How much in gold?
he went upstairs.
Damn it.
Sorry. Anyway, continue, please.
Yeah, just say, need a bit of muscle if anybody decides to try to rough up the guild or any of the members need protection, as well as, protecting the orphanage. As you can imagine, kids get into a bit of trouble, can bring a bit of rough types about if they mess with the wrong people, so need people to stray away from the orphanage.
Seems like easy pay for easy work.
You would think. Are you down? Are you willing to sort of join up?
He kind of gives it a thought, chugs the last of his ale, and says, "You know what? I was just wandering around. Thought a tour of the South would be better for me. This sounds like a good deal."
How's 125 gold on startup sound?
It sounds perfect to me.
This is the
Sorry.
most compliant dwarf.
It is, and I'm so
Yeah.
happy for him. It's like, alright, it's good to have you aboard. Just trying to make sure I have all of my monies in order. 325, 475,
Okay.
490.
A lot of money that you're
Yeah,
offering.
Yeah, why aren't we getting paid?
because you're not doing anything for Ren.
Wow, we're keeping you alive.
Rika's keeping him alive.
Shut up.
Yeah! Who was the next one? Soon's gone, Thrazi's gone. Philip! Philip!
Fucking Philip.
You do see a guy who stands out from the crowd. He has light skin and light brown hair, with a stern jaw. But he is joking it up with a few people at his own table.
Does he look like the guy I stole the coin from? Like,
No.
does he share a nationality resemblance?
Maybe. You could possibly say that. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of call over to him. Hey, oi, excuse me. Need to speak to you for a second.
Yeah, he wanders over to your area.
Yeah, I'm just sort of sitting at my table in the corner, and I say, "Sit down for a minute. I have a proposition for you."
Now, what might that be?
Oh no.
Looking to make a bit of coin, get a little bit of adventure done.
Well, that's what I'm in the business of doing. It's been a long trip from the east, hoping to start off fresh, if you know what I mean.
No, I understand exactly. Let's start off with this. What exactly are your skill set?
Well, my skill set, trying to define it, really. Been adventuring for, I'd say, about 6 months. Took the wagons out here. It was a bumpy ride, all things afoot, but I do have my ability with a sword when I need to.
I hate this guy's accent. I don't know why.
I hate everything about him, honestly. Uh,
Let me fight him. If you can
No.
if you can beat an elder tonight, you can work for me.
no, shut
Fair
up.
enough.
I can't even beat an Eldritch Knight.
No, Lance,
Uh,
go fucking do it.
But I just say, you got any magical abilities?
Of course not. It'd be quite a challenge if you weren't skilled, at least from birth.
Yeah, I've
Jeez,
seen a
you, I
couple
learned.
people who you wouldn't be who you'd be surprised at having known it. But how do you feel about joining up with the guild?
Guild? If it gave food, room over my head, and a good price, of course, I'd be interested, of course.
You said you've only been journeying for about 6 months. How old are you, kid?
That is a good question. He is 28.
Still a youngster.
Same age as Chris.
Just casually playing it off like Ren's much older than he is. It's like,
How old is he?
still young. 28.
Oh.
Alright, how about... Can offer you a place to stay, a little bit of food to eat. How about 75 gold to start off with? We, of course, are basically paying for your training with this. Outside of the money that I give you, of course.
What kind of responsibilities would you have in me then?
General guarding, maybe assist a couple of the other specialists in their work. Gonna be running an orphanage on the side. Gonna need people to sort of steer away trouble from it. You and that guy, and he points to the burly dwarf over who's over there drinking, are gonna be part of the muscle.
I could work with someone like that. Sure, I could learn a thing or two from such a fine individual. Talking to him earlier, he's a right laugh.
My words failed me again. Holy shit. What's happening today? He's quite a good guy. But, yeah, you and him will be part of the muscle, and if there's any not too dangerous jobs that any of the specialists would be willing to take you on, sort of get you, sort of legs about you in terms of thieving, or possibly infiltration, could go on those as well, but that'd be up to you finding someone who's willing to take you under their wing besides Thrazir.
Fair enough. It seems like a fine deal to me. It's better than what I had planned.
He planned to prostitute.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 75 gold Philip. Also, no, free. No.
That's when Ren's really just making a prostitution ring.
Yes, of course. That's why they're majority women.
Wow.
Okay. I guess, but, I don't know how to pronounce that last name still. Like, even with the pronunciation. I don't know if it's Tong or Tang. Tong?
Baitan.
Tong. Yeah, so, Baitong is the last one I need to speak to.
You see a young, tired woman who has come out of the kitchen staff area. She's kind of like having a drink. It seems she's on her break.
Yeah, I just sort of say, "Excuse me, miss.
Yes?
Do you mind if we have a word for a moment?"
I don't want anything you're selling.
I'm not selling anything exactly. Just need to have a quick word with someone whose skills I think could be much better used elsewhere in a place where I'm sure you're not being paid much of anything.
She kind of follows you over to where you're going if you lead her over to the table.
Yeah, I just say, so, I'm looking for sort of employees of sorts. I'm looking to opening up a business, an orphanage in particular, and I need people to help take care of the kids or sort of the going-ons around there. And
I'll do it.
What?
Wow.
No, that's an in-character.
I'll do it. If it gets me out of here, and at least I have a place to cook and a place to live, I'll do it.
Yeah, sure, yeah. How is the starting pay of, say, how much did I pay Zhang? 15 gold? Sound?
That sounds fine.
I'm sorry, Chris. I had an actual tactic for this one. You just threw me off.
I mean, you can ask her why. You can ask all of these people why they reacted the way they did.
Yeah, no, none of them are really like, I'm like, why? Except for her, I'm just like, so, pardon me for asking, I know it's not necessarily any of my business, but why are you so eager to get out of here?
I lost my family in the war. I came down here, trying to get to Ezo, but I could never afford it. I'm just lucky that I can cook. I stayed with a lot of families over time. I don't have much to my name, but working in an orphanage, I never got to live in one. Doing good by other people seems like the right thing to do.
That's the reason why I'm attempting to start this up. One day you'll get to Ezo. I'm from there myself, actually. So, much different place from this. And he's like, sort of kind of like looking around the bar, just like sort of still taking it all in. Much different. But I'm glad to have you on board, I guess.
Yeah, she gets any other basic info from you and is on the team.
I immediately pay her, by the way.
And as you slide the gold over to her, she's like, no, I can't take it if I haven't worked.
Why is she the best woman out of
Why
any
is
of these
she
people?
The best? I love her. I love her. She's so pure.
I don't know about pure, but she's definitely very great.
She is my favorite out of all of them. She needs to be protected.
She's gonna be the employee of the month every time.
Okay. Not a bye, Rika. I just say, alright, I guess I'll come find you after I've gotten our sort of, building situation worked over. If there's any place that you know in the town that would be perfect for this sort of bit, feel free to let me know. I'm currently scouting locations.
She says that her current employer, the barkeep, might know some places. Would you like to talk to him?
I'll talk to him in just a second. I guess there's, Time recommended that I look into Delil because the Heart of Gold bit. Yeah, sure. I'll look into Delil.
Yep, there's an angry tiefling.
There we go.
Looks fairly similar in a lot of ways to Odd himself. He has very crooked horns, and generally just looks like he's in a sour mood.
Yeah, I just sort of gesture around and say, "Oh, ew, can I speak to you for a moment?"
He kind of like waves off whatever conversation he was having before and heads over to you.
Yeah, I just say, "Name's Rin. Kinda new, looking for people to help start up a sort of venture I'm going into here in Bosong. Looking to start up an orphanage, and I need people who might be able to help take care of the children, or any of the tasks that might occur around the orphanage itself, general upkeep and such. And you look to be a capable enough lad."
Upkeep's a thing that I can do. I can't say that I know a whole lot about kids. I had a few brothers back in the day.
None of us really know anything about kids, but I would definitely appreciate you signing on for this venture. How's the starting pay of 15 to 20 gold sound?
That sounds plenty. You don't get jobs like that too often.
No, I've come into a fair bit of coin in my travels, and I'm hoping to sort of return it back to the people. Return it back to the people that I stole it from.
This is an orphanage, right?
Yes, although if I'm going to be completely honest with you, it's going to be funded by another venture that I'm going into. A sort of guild of sorts. We're going to be working mainly in protection and information gathering, but if any of the specialists would like to offer their services out for something else, then that's their business.
You're rogues.
we're people of all types, but I generally believe in helping people over hurting them.
Excuse me momentarily. Just a moment, please.
This is where the guy who's getting questioned is making the inside checks.
He needs to certainly do a thing. He kind of nods to what you said and says, how long you've been traveling with him, pointing to Odd.
How long have I been traveling with him? Like 8 months, 9 months?
Something like that.
About 8 or 9 months, give or take a little bit. All the way from Hizoshi. He came from Horizon, I think it was.
Not to be rude, but I didn't ask you.
Wait, he was asking Odd how long he's been traveling with me?
Yeah, what he said, 8 to 9 months.
Is he good for his word?
Odd takes a minute to think.
No.
Wow.
I can trust this guy with my life.
Also, you get a clue that he's asking you for a very specific reason.
Because you're a tiefling.
He kind of nods. Oh, what's up?
Well, I was going to continue. From the time we spent together, I think I can trust this guy. Even if he does come from seedy means, he's got the right mindset and a good heart.
Yeah. And I have a confession. I'll let that be whether you decide to hire me on that or not. He puts his hand on his right horn where it bends around, and he puts some pressure on it, and it kind of pops off. And you see that it seems to have been sawn off about halfway down the right horn.
Oh,
What does this mean?
Oh, didn't he kill?
No, that's 2/3.
It means violence, beating, or torture is what he is guilty of.
Oh.
Ren doesn't know this, so he's just like, what'd you do?
Hurt people.
Why?
Needed to.
Were you paid to?
No. They were gonna kill me. And they did kill the rest of my family.
So it was just a means of revenge?
Not quite. He looks kind of sour again, and he drinks what's left of his drink.
Where's this guy from?
This guy is from...
Ruby Kingdoms.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ren just sort of sighs for a second and says, I can't fault you there. I have my own sort of dark tendencies that happened a long time ago that I'm not so proud of. Killed a man almost a decade ago.
Odd raises an eyebrow at this because it's the first time he's heard that.
Was gonna do something to a girl I cared a lot about, and I couldn't really bear the thought of it happening to her. And I sort of lost it, and yeah. I've sworn off the practice of killing people ever since. Can't abide by it. Makes me sick to my stomach.
He looks back to Odd and nods and says, he's good for his word.
Yeah, he values life more than anything.
I do too. As long as I'm not involved in any of the weird shit you get into, at least with this business, then I'm good for it.
You won't be forced to do anything you're not comfortable with, friend. And I just reach my hand out to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand quite firmly. He has a little smirk, but you can tell his mood is just generally low.
Could I just give a general... Can I give an insight check as how would I word this? Is he really being honest with his apparent wanting to make better means.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
All right, that's 27.
Is that an advantage? What makes it
Yeah, because I
advantage?
enhance ability.
Yeah, generally, like, you're not really sure what he wants to do with his life going forward, but you can tell that his past shows a lot of regret. Generally, people who do bad things don't stop doing those bad things if they have no reason to.
Chris could have made me shit myself, but he didn't, and I'm glad.
If you're just wanting to make a better life for yourself, then this would be a good opportunity for you. I don't know what you did, exactly what you did for that, but I mean, that doesn't define who you are.
It doesn't, but the past has a way of staying with you.
We all have our ghosts. It's just a matter of if you let them attack you or you come above it.
I just wish they weren't ghosts in the first place.
I think you can do well here. But I can trust it.
We all go through these sorts of things. This journey I'm on, it's part of my own venture to atone for what I did all those years ago to protect the Kiko. So maybe working here, helping provide a future for these kids, it can help release some of the guilt that you might feel for what you've done.
He kind of nods and says, I'd do it again if I have to. Either
Same.
way, I can do anything you need. If you need labor, at least. I work down on the docks, so if you need me, just send someone my way.
I can just, you know what I pictured him as? You know the carpenter from Holes? I can fix that. I just pictured him with horns.
Well,
Chris,
hold your fucking butt.
I just wonder how old he is.
I don't plan their ages, not exactly. God damn.
Rough estimate.
He is 28.
It's more
Oh,
than a
he's
rough
28, boys.
Actually, no, that's incorrect. No, he's 31.
There we go. Yeah? I'll also pay this guy anyway.
You do so. He takes the money, although a little like he's like, I don't know about this, but he's not denying it.
Listen, only 2 people I immediately vibed with out of all of these, and they're both getting paid instantly, but one turned it down.
This one guy may have tortured people, but he seems like generally one of the better people of the. How many did you interview? 5 or 6?
6. Also, let me get the exact wording. Male neutral tiefling, commoner, laborer, CR0, stern but heart of gold. It's not wrong. This description was not incorrect.
He would have been like 6 when the big tiefling fucking shit happened over in the Ruby Kingdoms. So
Yeah, he lived through that. Wow, I'm proud of him.
I don't know what it is, but okay.
Ruby Kingdoms got mad about tieflings being on their land. Tiefling said, fuck you, we live here. Ruby Kingdom said, no, fuck you, and then started killing all of them.
Oh, well, good thing I didn't live there. Well, I know I was born at the time.
My brothers and sisters died in that. Woo!
Also, Zoe and Odd have learned so much about Ren that they didn't know.
I mean, he doesn't know everything. He definitely raised an eyebrow when you said you murdered someone.
You just don't know his real name, nor do you know the exact reason why he murdered someone.
I know it was over a girl.
It's true.
Yeah. But there's a lot of things that could come from that, like, in theory.
You actually just reminded me of a question that I wanted Lance to ask the group a while ago, but he never did, so...
Do you have any other business in the place, though?
I'm going to ask the bartender since Baitang, pardon me, Jesus, my words are failing me horribly tonight. Baitang, told me that he might have information about a location.
That is a thing that was said. You go talk to him. He points out a real estate property that is in poor condition. It's on the east side of town, up on the hill, closer to the residential districts. But from what he describes, it seems to be suitable for your needs.
Does he know a possible price?
Does he know what?
A possible price for it?
Eventually, like, word gets around, and the price for that is a good question.
It's in poor condition. I can't expect it to be that much, since renovations would have to happen.
It is true.
6,000 gold.
That is a good question. Let me think on it. They're quoting the estimate.
Okay. But yeah, I just sort of like, after the talks are done, I just sort of like sit down with a drink by Odenzo, and it's like, this has been a tiring experience for the most part.
And who are you saying this to?
Odenzo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, you've certainly got some people who look capable. Not sure a few of them if I can trust them, but for now, I have to accept it.
That Philip guy gives me a bad feeling.
Oh no, I'm going to speak to Thrazer about keeping him in check. If he steps out of bounds, then, well, we don't exactly tolerate that in guilds.
He didn't seem bad, he just... something about him.
What do you mean?
I don't know. There's just those people, you know? You're like, that's not a good person. There's no way for you to say that. You just know.
I'll have one of the more astute members keep an eye on him during all of this. If not Thrazier, then someone.
I'd definitely say have Thrazier keep him close, is the best I can say.
Yeah.
Thrazer's scary, but for a different reason.
Wait, what?
Because he's a big man.
Because he's drunk?
A little bit. He just seems very aggressive.
Maybe. For this, a little bit of aggression might be what I need. Anyway, you two have heard more about me tonight than you have in the 8 months that we've been traveling, so you might as well ask any questions that my talk with Dalil brought into your mind.
Who's Akiko?
I didn't expect her to jump straight to it, I'm not gonna lie to you. He just takes like a... She's 17!
I was gonna... No.
My sister's a kid. She's 17.
You said bad shit. You didn't explain the bad shit, and you mentioned a girl's name, and she's interested.
Yeah, just sort of takes like a long drink of his fucking pint of ale and just says, girl I met back when I was 18? 17, 18, somewhere around there. We were lovebirds for the better part of a decade. Thought I was gonna marry her until this fucking weirdo showed up. Sorry, I enjoy the fact that the music cut out right there. This fucking weirdo showed up. Started stalking her for the better part of a year, and I tried to just be a little rough, just scare him away, but it just never sort of took, I guess. Eventually he got a little bit more persistent, a little more creepy, until I finally said, hey, you need to back off, or else I'm gonna get a lot rougher. And he did something, I don't know what it was, but it caught me off guard and I couldn't move, and he talked about how he was gonna do all of these terrible things, and he knocked me out. I woke up maybe a minute or two later on the ground. He just pauses for a second, just sort of like looking around like it's tough to talk about. I started running to get to Akiko's place. I was on the clear outside of town. I dodged inside the house me and my brother Perrin stayed in. You remember Perrin? Grabbed his axe just because I needed something. And I just kept racing to Akiko's house. I showed up at the back door with it already open. Back door being my usual entrance just because, I don't know, just seemed... Walking into the front door makes me uncomfortable. And there he was in her living room, trying to pick the lock into her bedroom. And I saw red. And I dove at him, and next thing I remember, I was standing in the living room in a puddle of blood and a pile of what used to be a human. I'd cut him to bits. It was like the work.
She puts her hand on your hand.
It was like the work of a madman. And I hear the door opening, and there's this terrified-looking Akiko standing in the door of her bedroom, looking at me. And it was like the way that children look at, like, depictions of monsters. She was terrified. And she told me to leave, that she was calling the guard. And I tried to say that I was protecting her, but she didn't want to hear it. And I left. I came back a while later, a few weeks. I didn't have the heart in me to look her in the eye after that, but I tried because I loved her. And she said that I was not the same Katsuo that she had met when I was 18. And said that maybe one day we could be friends, but for now we definitely couldn't be lovers. And basically sent me away. But before I left, she made me promise, swear an oath almost, that I would never, ever let what happened that day happen again. It's been 12 years, almost 13 years since that day. I've fought through drug addiction after losing Akiko, fought through other addictions, but I've kept to that oath.
And you've never had another one of those episodes again?
No.
Then I don't really see an issue then.
I can't really say anything. The same thing kind of happened to me. You already heard that story.
Mm-hmm.
Did you kill a man?
You'll remember, because you were there too.
I know.
Yeah, she regens someone until weird shit happened.
Until he literally grew an arm back. And the other one was laying next to him. But we all have our dark moments. And yes, you slaughtered someone, but you've taken it to heart to put that life over anything. As someone who's been called a monster, you're no monster.
As someone who's been called a monster too, you're not a monster.
Neither of you are monsters, and neither am I in the long run, but
Horns would disagree. He's just taking a drink.
I'd do it again in an instant if that sick bastard ever, or anyone that was that sick ever tried it again. Haven't even spoken to her in over a decade. Left letters. Never tried to
answers?
approach her.
No answers back.
I've only recently started leaving letters. For the longest point, I just said, I'll just make sure she's safe. If she wanted me around, she would have sought me out. But maybe, and you two might be able to attest to this, I'm just a little too good at slipping away.
That may be, but if you want my opinion, she might just want to put everything behind her and continue her life as she wants. It'd probably be for your best interest to just let her be.
Maybe, but I've got to let her know I'm keeping that promise, and I'm trying to atone.
I mean, that's fine. It's always good to keep a promise that's generally good for bettering yourself. Just also remember the person that you left back there is also rooting for you.
Yeah, she is, and he just sort of has like this faraway smile on his face. Pretty gay. Pretty gay.
Pretty gay. Listen, what you did in your past, like I said to fuck, what was that guy's name? What's he
Jaleel?
playing? Yeah, what I said to him.
Jaleel White?
Jesus, no, he's not that nerd. Your past doesn't define you so long as you make an effort to change, and you have. So, at the end of the day, you're doing much better. Not much to worry on.
For sure. And he just downs his drink.
Alright, are we done here with your recruiting? Can we get back to our people?
Yeah. Casually waiting for Chris to give me that price quote, by the way.
One day. I'll try to get it by the
Meanwhile-
end tonight.
Oh, okay.
It's a Batman thing.
What? Chris was doing the fashionista stuff.
No, all three of us are going. Or
Yeah.
four,
Mhm.
if you
I
count
want to
Harold.
do something like along the way of doing it.
Okay.
Just like while we're out, if like, cause Lance likes to make friends, go make some friends.
Mhm.
If we're by like a popular, like very social area, you just ask around like if there's any like big news from the Occident recently. Because you said it's about time for something and he hasn't asked in a hot minute.
Yes. In asking around, give me a 1d100.
Oh, 100 to 90.
Pretty good.
Yes. As you're walking around, you do ask around. You do find a traveler who seems to be from further west, and they do mention, I don't know if you've heard the news, but apparently the prince in Quartz was captured recently.
You
Oh,
failed,
really?
Lance!
Oh, really?
They say that some strange terrorist group from the Confederation stole him away. I guess they're using him from bribery or something? It sounds all very dramatic.
Any other news like further west?
Further west than that, I do hear that there is a lot of trouble over in the Holy Empire. They're always getting in scuffs with the Ruby Kingdoms.
What happened to the Holy Empire?
Did hear rumors that something happened to the royalty.
Thank you for your information.
Alright, have a nice day.
Lance is like laughing to himself.
Lance is not alright.
Karist, this whole time that you've been talking and that they've been walking, she's been writing notes and sketching. Which, by the way, during Jerry's rental spiel, I did
boy.
draw a sketch of the outfit that Chris is gonna make
Oh,
Kyle's.
Wow.
Listen,
take
it took
Zelf's
a
idea?
it took a long time. We'll
Yeah.
take what idea?
Zelf's idea? Gimp suit?
No.
So
This-
Lance is
the
like,
belt is actually a chastity belt.
oh my, oh no. Lance looking a little pale, but also giggling to himself.
Are you quite okay, Lance?
Oh, I'm both laughing at the fact because I hate the Holy Empire, but also having a mental breakdown.
It is not ideal.
What?
You know, it's not like it's a coincidence or anything that royalty and Ezo just so happened to be passing recently. Nobility disappearing here in Formosa. Oh, the prince getting captured back in courts. Apparently, there being issues now in the Holy Empire, and a civil war happening down because 3 sultans happened to disappear at the same time. Yeah, it's totally a coincidence.
That certainly sounds strange. I'm not sure how it would affect us.
That sounds like less of a coincidence and more like a pattern.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And it might not affect you, but you gotta remember, I have to go save a prince. This is mildly distressing.
He kind of thinks on that, but doesn't say anything further.
This is mildly distressing, She. I'm sorry we're making you try on frilly clothes.
It's none of that.
Wait, did we want it to be really frilly?
I mean, if you want to make something else that's really frilly, probably not this one.
Okay.
Gimp suit, gimp suit.
I think I saw him once in a really
gimp suit.
I think I saw him once in like a really frilly dress shirt for one of like the coronations. He looked adorable. Ugh. He's just a cute little muffin.
Stop trying to put your boys in maid outfits. Like, stop.
Alright,
This is
so...
a problem.
Alright, so,
Mental breakdown ensuing.
we're gonna go to a tailor or a fabric dealer.
You indeed find them.
Okay. Do they have any like white wool fabric?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna need lots of that for the pants and the top.
Take 20 golds worth.
Okay. That's fine. I can take that out of mine because I will probably use what's left over or something.
We have Ashen Souls here.
Yep.
Action souls.
Let's see.
Let me see the sketch when you get a chance.
Like you or Lancey.
Me.
It's real bad because it's just me.
Fish,
like,
I don't care.
Oh my god! Actually, I can just take a picture with my phone.
Your drawing is probably much better than mine.
Don't ask me to draw.
I was a painter in our class, not a fucking sketch artist.
Don't ask me to draw.
I do Photoshop. I can't draw.
Don't ask me to Photoshop.
Okay, I will put I can make memes in paint.net. I'll put this in D&D.
I also informed Lisa about a thing called fruit dragons.
There we go.
Look at that cute
Kitty
outfit.
That's not a gimp suit.
It's not a gift. So what I'm looking at is so the white wool for the main part of the uniform. I'm looking for like a thin gold chain for the little lines I have like on the pants and on the left side of the shirt. Little gold buttons. Maybe not like actually like gold, but like gold colored. Some sort of, I don't know how it looks on Lance's thing, but I was thinking like, oh god, I was thinking, maybe like a silk or like a more reflective fabric for the gold trims. I don't
So
Okay.
very quickly, 50 gold for the gold, and 10 gold for a large bundle of silk. The silk is very cheap in Formosa, it seems.
Okay,
Cheap
so
silk.
hold on.
Went to
and
the
then you
boat
said
to ask
10?
Chris to make a bunch of panties.
And then you said I'm not making underwear. And then you said 10 for silk.
Yes, a
10 or
large
20?
bolt of silk. A small bolt is 5. A large bolt is 10. It's very cheap here.
Okay, I'll do 10. So hold on. Let me write down what I've got. I got.
So wait, Free, are you telling me you're not down to make the group monogrammed matching underpants?
We all need matching training bras.
Those what?
Don't make
What?
fun of Zoe. God damn.
Wow.
I mean, I think Zoe definitely would be
No,
a
no.
good city
We
committee.
all gotta wear like a sports bra, and it has like
Bad
whenever we lift
already
up our
on it.
shirts, it says "Threads for Life." We're all just wearing matching sports bras.
I'm
God.
not down. I'm not
down
for
either.
monogrammed matching underwear, but not for this.
I do not have a cross-dressing character, no.
We all have matching panties that say Zoe Daddy on them.
Oh no.
Actually, I'll
Said
probably
underwear, not panties. Calm down.
I'll probably use the silk for the sash. And then I'm not. Chris isn't a cobbler, so she's not gonna make the shoes. So you can just buy the boots.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to get. I don't know what material it's made out of, but stuff like. Hold on, let me pull this image. So like, there's like this rope kind of material. I put it in D&D.
Yeah.
I wanted to get something like that, like the interwoven rope. And there's a bit of it, so that there's a bit of it going from the top button to the back. There's like a sash on the back where he could attach his bow or his quiver, and then it ties again at the at like above the sash on the back. So it's like he's got like a strap on the back.
I'm gonna be proper lazy and say you can make that out of the wool, and it just magically turns into the material you want it, because I have no idea what that shit is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
That's a
or what
detail I don't care about.
Okay, as long as that's a detail you don't care about, then that's fine. I'm just gonna put rope shit in my notes.
Yeah, buy a rope buy 50 feet of rope for however much that costs.
Yeah,
it's like 10 gold.
just some hempen rope, just like the really nice outfit, and then there's just a rope strap on the
You
back.
just color it later.
Yeah, okay, so I have that. So of all the stuff I have, I've bought enough material to make the outfit I have.
Nice.
Okay, and then I'm gonna request to Lance. Chris is gonna say, so I have an idea, especially with this apparently rope shit I have. She's gonna request that since she's paid for all of this, you buy the boots.
Oh yeah, I
And-
was gonna say, if you need me to chip in for anything, I can only cover half this.
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
But if you could get the boots, because I can't make boots.
Oh,
And if you could get the I'm planning on along with, because you said he uses a bow,
mm-hmm.
because I DM'd Summer about that.
Mhm.
I can also use the coiled material. I can also use that so he can attach a scabbard to the side for the rapier too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you get a scabbard too, then I can also have that for the whole uniform. And it'll be all prepared so whenever he's armed, he have all of that he needs.
I'm gonna go do that now.
Okay.
Okay, I go buy boots and the scabbard and the other thing.
You do that. You have it.
How much? Oh, I have it? Okay.
No,
Like,
let's say
15, 20?
Yeah, 15's fine.
okay.
15 for both. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then, with all this in tow, I assume Harold's helping us carry it.
Fucking give it to Harold, yeah.
Harold's Chris shopping buddy. Yeah, so I guess we're meeting at wherever we're staying because I don't want to just make this out in the middle of the streets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you fine. It's probably like in the afternoon now. It's probably around 3 p.m.
Fuck. Shit.
Did we know where we were staying or?
Yeah, you guys know the place. It's
Okay.
it's this one right there. That's where you're staying.
Which one?
that one.
That one? Okay, I go to that one.
Here. You're up here.
Yes.
You're actually right here at the top.
I
But,
wanna
staying
be
in the
right here. I
abandoned
wanna
shrine.
be in the ocean.
Ah, yes.
Mhm.
But yeah,
yes.
you.
No, actually, you're down here.
Yeah, in the aqueduct. You know, I mentioned that part about an aqueduct earlier. Turns out there's one in the picture. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, nice. Oh shit.
I was just
Okay.
making that shit up on the fly.
Hey,
Okay,
so,
yeah.
Team, I was thinking about we ditch the walking and possibly buy a cart or a carriage.
I
or
agree with this.
something.
I'm going to the little soldier's room though.
Yeah, that would make travel easier. Okay.
Oh, I can make a horse.
Draft or riding.
I just need about 9 months for conception and pregnancy.
I'm pretty sure
I can
horses
make a
are.
horse.
Pretty sure horses are longer than 9 months. Their gestation period.
I don't know. Let's Google.
I'm
It's
not googling that.
it's a riding horse.
Not gonna work for what I need.
Oh,
I mean,
what about mastiffs?
Those cannot pull all of us.
Maybe on sleds.
The gestation period for a horse is 11 to 12 months.
Yeah, I told
a
you.
fucking long time.
speaking of,
The big animals.
Odd pulls out the bag of tricks, cause why not?
Oh
And
boy.
he summons a giant hyena right there.
We're in the middle of a tavern.
Are we?
I assumed you guys met out front, but you can head in
Doesn't
if you
stop
want.
me.
It's
Doesn't stop
it's
me.
also under my control. So
I'll summon a giant fucking elk in the middle
But
of
there's
the
a no
tavern
pets allowed sign.
is there?
There is not.
I'd like to sleight of hand ride it on the wall.
Oh no.
Okay, so while Lance
Oh,
was
that
in
thing's
the little
large, never
soldier's
mind.
room, because it's a good segue, put eyeball in.
I mean,
Oh,
what do
okay.
you do?
Come on,
Shove it in there.
just put in the new eyeball. Like take off his bandages, take out the glass eye, fucking
So
wrap that up all night, and then shove the new eye in his eye.
yeah,
Just
so you guys
get
see
right in
that
there.
Lance
He's in the
produces.
little soldier's room doing this.
No, he's in the little
Oh.
soldier's room doing this. That
Fair
when he
enough,
came
fair
back, he just has a new eye.
Did you
Oh,
still have the
you-
bandage
you
on,
did it.
or-
What? Hi.
Oh, can we
I
actually
just-
tell the difference between the eyes?
Can somebody hold me? Depth perception is weird.
Zoe
Harold,
goes over to
oh.
help you.
Hi.
Here-
Hold up fingers on the side of my face. I'm gonna test this.
Wait, okay, Harold, stand in front of Lance and hold up 2 fingers.
Can we not go back to the
It's
fucking
two.
moaning sounds? They don't have
Yeah.
vocal cords.
It's fine.
I have an eye that works now. Woo! I'm not wearing it all the time though because depth perception is weird.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's fancy though. Wow! I haven't been able to see out of this eye in like 7 years.
Don't one of those eyes work like a normal eye, so you could technically just wear it 24/7?
Yeah, but it's more like he doesn't really want it.
Yeah, but Lance wants to be edgy.
I find it quite annoying.
The
if
least
it's
edgy
popping
one.
an eye out just to put a new one in.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's just rude.
What? How would? Wait.
It's my eye. I do what I want.
I wasn't being rude. I was just saying that I would find it annoying having to
I
do
don't
that.
know. That's the eye God gave you.
How is that rude?
It's not rude. Don't worry.
It's my eye. I do what I want.
Theo gave you that eye, and you should have appreciated it.
Who gave me this eye?
Theo.
He's making a honest joke.
Oh, how dare!
Because, I'm sure God's betting it.
How
So, yeah.
dare!
No god of mine.
So, I was thinking before we leave, after I get all my stuff straightened out, we could possibly buy, like, a draft horse or two, and maybe, like, a cart or a carriage, so we're not, like, stuck walking the entire time.
That'd make
Have
things
any of you
easier.
guys ridden before? Horses,
I
at
know.
least?
She and Zoe raise their hands.
I've walked.
I have proficiency in these.
Did they have horses at the school?
You would probably you'd be accustomed to seeing horses all the time just because of like carriages and shit.
But
you probably
have
have to
I
take a
rid-
special class for the horse riding. Do you think Chris would take that class?
No.
I didn't think so either.
I have,
They're gross.
I've been near a horse.
I've ridden horses multiple times, not legally, but I'm quite adept at it.
Oh my.
I read some. They don't like me, but I like them.
What about you, she?
I took a long journey to get to southern Formosa. We did require a horse in our journeys. I can't say that they were acquired in the best of methods, but we returned them to someone who found them suitable.
Did you steal the horses, she?
Less stolen and more found them.
So,
What is stealing but finding in someone else's possession?
What is taking what does not belong to someone who's alive anymore?
Ooh, okay. Never mind.
you guys are real edgy. Anyways, this is me offering to drive the carriage.
Do you have proficiency?
I don't have proficiency, but I want to do it.
No.
Wow. How do you have proficiency?
Oh,
He took it as a tool.
Ren stole several carriages and became quite adept at it.
Is it from your actual background, or?
Yeah!
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I went to the bookstore and I got some books and I got these books and I showed them the fable books in Celestial. So I can read these and then you can learn what the story is and learn by reading stories.
Okay.
Yeah. You hold on to them.
Okay. He's just like,
Yeah, I just throw the books at you.
ah! Stuffing him in his-
Catch it!
Oh, I have one last thing to do while we are here. I heard that there's a nice church here.
Kinda,
Okay.
yeah.
Can I go to that church?
No, closed.
I
Shit!
mean-
It's not closed.
But it's Sunday! Oh, shit!
The Chick-fil-A's are
I
closed.
go to the church!
It's not always Sunday in game just because it's Sunday in real life.
The Chick-fil-A's are
always
always
Sunday.
closed.
God
No!
Like, he's going to the 9 one, of course, because the other one is kind of.
I mean, you don't know about that one. They didn't mention it.
I mean, he's just gonna go with that one anyways, because he's like, hey, place of worship is a place for all worship, because positivity.
I can come too.
Come with me.
Does anyone else want to?
Sure.
I need to get started on this outfit. I need to borrow you, unless you really.
I suppose.
Okay, we're gonna go get our rooms.
Again!
Five gold per person per room, unless you're sharing.
I'll share with anyone.
Y'all figure
I
that
have no
out.
boundaries. I have no boundaries.
Are we sharing a room, Jerry?
I'll shove my dick in anyone's ass.
Alright.
Shut the fuck! I do need to swing by the post office way there, though.
Oh, wait. Fuck, did I already mail my letter? Yes, I did.
We have our letters forwarded to the capital. so
That
that-
was like today, so I
Yeah.
should not have any mail.
But I have a letter to send.
Yes.
It's on the way. So yeah, you guys head down the road. Who else is coming with?
Yeah.
I think.
Gary, Zoe. I don't know if Troll is coming.
No.
Okay, Troll is not coming. So it's me, Jerry, Zoe.
Fair enough. Is Odd doing anything in particular?
You want to watch me dress up she?
Sure, I'll be
Go
that. I'll be,
watch her torture
I'll-
she.
I'll be that guy in the corner going like, "It's fine, just go with it."
Who wishes this was him?
The nerds who are leaving head over to the church. You guys stop by the post office first, though. And you find it seems to be a little bit less ramshackle than the one that was entroubled by all of the things that were happening in Aomori at the time.
Yeah, I just need to drop a letter off, and because I doubt they have anything for me, so I just sleep after that.
Yeah. You find nothing for you and drop off your letter. Lance, were you doing anything?
Hi, I was here a few hours ago. Don't think you have anything for me, but you were super nice.
Nothing for you, sir, but thank you.
Yay! Yeah, that's it. I already gave him my letter that I sent off, so.
Yep. You guys head over to the church then. It is, again, quite what we would kind of imagine as a cathedral, but on a slightly smaller scale. I need to slow down as I speak. It is a smaller scale cathedral.
Quit drinking.
Wow. But, yeah, it's, there's plenty of people around. Good vibes. Good vibes all around. You do see, various, statues to all of the 9, as they are.
Nice. So Lance is just gonna go to like a general like praying area because he's like he doesn't want to be disrespectful and like give a prayer to one of the vestiges in front of one of the 9 statues. But he's like, hey, place of prayer, place of worship. It's as good as place as any for any kind of worship. He'll give a prayer to Iki guy because he loves her. Fuck. Shit. Tits.
Good talk.
Yes, those were a part of the prayer. That's the prayer right there. He'd say something like, "Hey, Iki guy, I know you helped out Niles in some way, and I really appreciate that. He's somebody that I know will be able to do a lot of good things in his life, and for you being there to help give him time or give him passage, it means a lot. I hope you continue to help guide him towards whatever his goals may be or whatever you have planned for him. Same as me and everyone that we're traveling with. Continue to guide us towards whatever path that you think is most interesting, or even give us different paths. It's fun. It's fine. Cool. Thank you. Okay. That's it.
Yeah. Do you do any of the prayers?
Gonna go over to the heirloom. It's gonna be kind of the same thing. He'd probably like find a candle though in front of the heirlooms if there was one.
Yes.
He likes praying with the candles in front of the heirloom.
I have a quick question.
1 second. Religion check for Ren. Now question.
What is this the same day we arrived at the okay.
I'm not responding now, but there you go.
No, go ahead and do his.
No, it doesn't need a response.
Oh, it doesn't need a response?
Oh. That's more for my records than anything.
Oh, okay. To the heirloom, he'd probably go in front of one of the candles because he knows the fucking candles are one of the heirloom's fucking symbols or whatever. He'd be like, "Hey, heirloom, I know that you, along with somebody else, really helped out somebody that was extremely important to me a few months ago, and it means a lot. Your light means a lot to both me, Niles, and the person that we're both looking for. And your light helped guide him out of that darkness then. I
I pray that you can continue to use this light to help guide us both back together and then guide us to the person we're looking for. Because my prince, he's in a dark spot right now. I don't know how much light is there with him, or how much light he even has in his life. I don't know how he's being treated or what they're doing to him. I hope that your light can shine on him, though, to give him some hope. Because we are coming for him, and we want to help him. I said thank you.
Religion check, please.
Okay. That's a 9. Thanks, Jerry.
Hey, he had a legitimate thing to do, though. He didn't waste it.
Do I want to use my inspiration for that? I've had this inspiration for so long, and I kind of just feel like
you can't get a new one if you don't use it.
I mean, yeah, I'll just use it because I've had it for so long. It's like one of those things like, I just want to get rid of it.
Wait,
There we go. I feel better about this.
That's a much better roll.
I feel better about this.
I didn't know you had inspiration.
I've had it for when we're in Ezo, the capital, the last time.
Oh wait,
Yep.
right. I forgot because you gave Ren the talk.
I've had it for so fucking long.
Do y'all have any other business at the cathedral?
Pray with Zoe a bit. I like praying with her.
Yeah, she takes her time to pray. She kind of mentions, it's weird here. People pray differently, I guess.
Zoe, I've always been curious. Do you pray differently, like, compared to the people back in Ezo to the vestiges? Like, or do the vestiges hear you in a different way?
I do pray to them. You don't really hear back from the vestiges. Like I've said before, they don't really speak like normal people or anything. It's different, though, when I go to one of the shrines. When you worship there, it's almost like you're on a different world. A different level entirely. It's kind of hard to explain. You just kind of pray for a while and then you just see things or feel things. Not all of them make sense, and not all of them are even right most of the time. Sometimes you see things that are scary, or things that are meant to twist your judgment. But that's part of the point, I think at least. Kenji used to say that when you prayed like that, it was a test. That they were testing you for who you are. It definitely feels different than just praying, though.
I just always wondered if it was different for you, or what you think about when you pray.
What I think about when I pray, I think about my dad and brother a lot. I think about all of you a lot, too. And there's lots of people I want to help, and I don't really get to meet all of them. But it's important that we try to help as many people as we can, right? That's kind of what we do.
You're such a good cinnamon roll! And then hugs her.
I don't know if she likes it that much. Out of character.
She responds to his affection, so he's gonna keep doing it. That's all my business.
Rin is just kind of like looking on, it's like, the fucking steps.
Where were you praying at?
I was praying in front of the, one of the bit to the 9.
Which one they would have seen?
Yeah, there are 9 of them. There are 9 idols.
Which one? Trist?
To Trist.
To Trist, oh.
To Trist. And I've got
Trist.
the natural 20. Just gonna be looking down on this like 20 session where it's like, oh, I did get a natural 20 at that one point, didn't I?
You've had good luck with Trist.
Trist is. I said this so long
Trist is
ago.
a bro.
Trist is Rin's boy. The heirloom and the vagrant might never respond to Rin, but Trist always comes in clutch. Ah, fuck. Now that I rolled a natural 20, she's like pregnant with triplets or some shit.
It's fine, it's sextuplets.
He's also the fertility god. Hey!
Ah, fuck.
A limo.
Whatever the Latin word for 9 is, it's that.
No.
Noctuplets.
Noctuplets. She has noctuplets. She was pregnant 9 times.
Believe it.
It's the quintessential quintuplets.
Why are you
I
just...
like the sound of that.
Those are just good words.
It's an anime.
Oh, you
Is it?
right. That is an anime.
Man, I
Is
don't know, I'm
it?
not a
It
weeb.
is.
The quintessential quintuplets.
It didn't click, but then you're like, it's an anime. It's like, nope, yep, that's a thing.
I wouldn't know. I'm not a fucking weeb.
Oh,
Did
hide.
you just laugh?
Excuse me. But do you have any other business at the cathedral?
Also, the Latin word for 9 is Nolan.
Free got it right. I knew Free understood what I meant.
I'm pretty sure, like, for 9 things, it's like none.
Yeah.
Oh, it's noctuplets. You're right.
Oh, right, because a 9-sided figure is a nonagon.
None. Free got it right, but you were both wrong.
It's true. It's true.
Wait, who's both?
All of us.
Chris
We're
and
all
Free.
wrong.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's wrong.
Because Chris threw his hat in with Free, and
It's true. Do you have any other business at the cathedral, though? I don't know if that was a meh or a yeah.
no.
All right. You guys head out back into the streets. However, Lance, what is your passive perception? Also, I guess, Ren, what is your passive perception as well?
Ren's passive perception is 15.
See, mine's apparently broken because mine says 14, but apparently it was 13. But something about Roll20 worked it, so it says 14.
What?
I don't know.
Do you have proficiency?
I have. No, I don't. I don't know. My sheet just says 14. I think something is broken, but it says 14, so I'm saying 14.
What's your perception modifier?
My perception modifier is 4.
So, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so it's 14. There we go.
Yeah, so you have proficiency or some shit.
Okay, listen, I wasn't looking. It's 14.
You guys come upon a crowd in the street, and as you do, you just kind of have to push your way through. However, Ren,
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
you see some sticky fingers happening right toward Lance's purse.
Do I recognize the person doing it?
You see the back of their head, they have brown hair.
What color hair did Soon have?
Pretty sure not that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a man who did it.
Do they have a coin purse on them?
You don't see any. Well, you see the one on their own belt.
I just want to sneak up behind him and just very gently just put the blade of my hook blade like right near his carotid, and I just say, "Not the right person to be stealing from."
You're putting it up to their neck.
Yeah, just like sort of like slyly doing it, like you know how the blade like draws back into his wrist. Yeah, so it's like it's still in his wrist, but like the curved part of it is just pressing against his neck. So it looks like his hand is just on his shoulder.
So Zoe notices Ren walk away, and she's like, "Huh?" And Lance, you also notice Ren like walk the opposite direction of you.
Huh?
And then you see him put his hook blade up against some random person's neck.
Oh, Jesus!
You also see a few other people just like, what the fuck is going on? Oh my god.
I'd like to roll a sleight of hand check for this one, Chief.
I mean, you're basically taking a person by their neck in the middle of a public street.
I mean, it looks like he's just got his hand on his
Back
shoulder.
the head, mind
Okay,
you.
okay.
Yeah, no, because the
Give me
blade's
a-
on his
Yeah,
wrist, so his
yeah.
hand's on his shoulder, and the blade is like against his neck.
Okay, give me a stealth check then.
It's like the pistol behind the back.
So in other words, it goes exactly as I said.
Yeah.
Wait, how long? Oh no, it's been much longer since we had
Wait,
our
wait,
you
wait,
had
wait,
your
hold on, wait,
thieving
what's the-
session.
What's the wording on your blessing of the trickster?
It's an hour, Chief. It's gone.
No, I thought it was until you cast it again.
Both.
No way.
Oh,
Oh, Ren, are you okay? Ren, what's going on? Ren?
Caught a man reaching for your coin purse.
I didn't do anything.
Rude. I insight checked that man.
I mean, you can if you want.
I did
Where's
it.
your coin purse?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem like the most honorable individual, at least from the tone of his voice.
Does he still have my coin pouch, or did he like not get to it?
I mean, Ren is currently holding him by the shoulder, as several people look on.
Oh, okay, but that didn't answer the question. Does he have my coin purse,
You
or
haven't checked.
did he not take? I check.
You don't have your coin purse.
Give it back.
I don't have anything.
Does this man have it?
There he is, P.S. up in the sky. Also,
are
Ren,
you?
you don't know where he is, but you know he has it.
I get real close to his face. I like pout.
Where is it?
Let me go or I'll call the guards.
Pretty please.
Are you just gonna dig through his shit?
I just want to like give like a quick like one over, just sort of like patting him down.
You do find that in his pocket there is a large lump. He is either carrying a large rock or something else. The large rock is awfully
Or is
shifty.
happy to see you.
I pull it out.
It sadly doesn't
I
feel
like
like
that
a
one.
day.
No. Damn.
Sadly?
Sadly.
I pull it out.
I mean, he's
Uh,
buying.
There is a firm coin pouch that looks like it is a sachet that only Lance could have.
Oh, it's like fancy and silk.
Yeah.
Isn't this yours? Like Ren's got like one hand on the guy's shoulder, the other hand like holding up the coin pouch.
Yeah. Give me a bat.
I just toss it to him and I just look
Oh,
at the guy.
thank you.
What's your name, kid?
He's about to speak as someone comes up behind him and smacks him in the back of the head.
Oh.
You see a fine blonde elf standing before you. He's quite tall. He's about 6'3". And he just says, "What did he do?"
Stole my money.
He kind of looks down. "Did you?" "Not really."
Tried.
"I admire his spirit, I suppose." The guy extends his hand out and he kind of separates you and the young boy, and then extends his hand for a handshake.
I shake his,
Oh, yours.
yeah, I shake his hand in like the usual like grabbing of the forearm fashion.
And he steals your coin pouch.
I got it. Run.
Inception.
Go for it, Chief.
Oh.
Nah. Oh shit. Oh no. Hold on. I fucked up.
Hello, who are you in relation to this young man?
His fuck buddy.
Oh.
Yeah. He says, "I'm sorry. I'm this one's carekeeper, for lack of a better word." "Wait, Turian? What are you doing here?"
You know each other?
Zoe runs over and just tackle hugs him.
Which
The,
one?
the blonde guy, or
Yeah, the blonde guy.
Oh.
you know each other?
"It's been a long time, Zoe. We do. Are you our guardians?"
Absolutely.
Yes.
"Very good. Where's Kenji? It's been so long."
Vacation.
Where's the macro?
Yeah, where's the macro?
Genji's away.
He had matters to attend to. He told us to go on ahead.
Zoe just kind of looks back to you both, and then looks back to the man, and says, "We went to one of the shrines, and bad stuff happened." "I see. I certainly hope for his best efforts there. I hope for his safe return, at least. Introductions. My name is Turian. I am also a guardian of a thread."
This little guy?
"Not quite. This one's also a guardian, although he gets into more trouble than he's often worth. He kind of like bonks him on the head again.
Oh, who's your thread?
They should be around here. See if they come over. And he kind of like looks over the heads of all the shorties.
I didn't mean to click that, but okay.
You hand Lance's sachet back to him, but like it does that juggle sort of thing where you almost drop it and then just flip over it until Lance just catches it.
Oh, that was fancy. I don't know if you meant to do that, but it looked neat.
Exactly as planned.
Performance check.
At disadvantage.
Can you pull it off? Performance at disadvantage. Can you make it look nice?
Soon, however, 2 people show up coming out of a store nearby. Boop. Boop. I fucked that one up. Oopsie.
Yeah, you did. I was like, yeah, where's the second one?
Oopsie. Oopsie. I put that on a special layer. Oopsie.
Where'd they go?
Oh, she's cute!
You do see a young girl with dark skin, as well as a older girl with dark skin and wild hair come out of the shop.
Hello! It's
New
so
friends
nice
of
to
ours?
meet you.
New friends indeed. I don't believe we've been properly acquainted, though.
Hey, she...
Ren.
Are we doing introductions? I'm so sorry. I'm kind of out of it right now. Hi, it's so nice to meet you. I am Lance. No, I don't use a lance, but I do have one. I just don't use it.
Zoe rushes over for a hug with the woman, and she just kind of like the woman kind of pets Zoe's head for a hot moment, and Turian gives the introductions. I'm Turian. This is Melis. This is Ashna, our thread, and our little troublemaker here is Joe.
Ashen is on the good girls list.
Yeah.
I have my good and bad list. She's on the good girl list.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got that list too.
Nice and the naughty.
Naughty.
Expect to meet another thread so soon.
Neither did I. Where did you guys come from? We were traveling through the Confederation. Now we're on our way back south.
Where in the Confederation?
Ew, that's a good question. Hold just a moment. We were traveling through Serenus a few weeks ago. Came through the Golden Empire and then into Formosa.
God, dude, I just realized the actual play would have been for me to let this guy steal Lance's coin pouch, me steal it back from him, and then just pocket the gold. God, it would have been so good.
That'd have been so fucking rude.
Wow.
Oh, Serenus. Is anything interesting been happening there before you left?
Lots of nobles doing noble things as they do. War's always brewing in the Confederation. I have no time for it.
Seems like war's brewing everywhere.
It is
Anybody
the way
got
of
up
the world.
to any like troublemakers around there?
None that we know of. We do know that there's always more discrimination in Anatolia, as per usual.
Okay, so they don't know anything sweet. Actually, wait, this guy might. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. No, go ahead, continue.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's certainly good
Sure.
to see you again, though, Zoe. Have you met Ashna? I haven't. How do you do? And the young girl is very young. She's way younger than Zoe. Maybe 13 at best. She's teeny tiny, probably about 4'8" or 9. And she definitely doesn't look like she should be on a journey of any sort at this age.
Ooh! You hear Lance audibly go, ooh!
We didn't meet, but I'm glad to meet you. They kind of like shake hands and such.
Ooh!
And
2 cinnamon rolls!
who, young lady, might you be a thread to?
Dun dun dun. I gotta pull up her notes, so don't mind me a minute. But she told you, like is normal for a person to do. They wouldn't just leave you hanging like I would, but I forgot to open their notes. Because you know how that works.
I'd like to think she's just actually gone,
Does not compute.
Rebooting.
I'm aligned with Kojin.
That is no. I forget the surname.
First flame.
Yeah, first one. There we go.
There we go.
Nobody understands those names when you use them, Chris. Say first flame. God.
I mean, you say you like some of the names, but don't like the others.
Wasn't Aki aligned with the first flame?
No, Aki is real.
Who?
So nil,
I don't remember who Ryok is.
Ryok
okay.
is the power one.
not the power.
Yes.
Nope.
That's no wait. Who are
That's
we
what
talking
you
about?
thought it
Aki?
was.
Aki?
Yeah, that's how you interpreted it.
Okay, but Aki isn't. Ryok is its other name though, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Ryoka
good.
and Nil are his names.
Listen, I go Ikigai, Ryok, First Flame, Unmei. What's his? Why am I forgetting his name?
Yami.
Yami. Yes, those are the names I use.
It's a married
Unimportant one
shade.
last.
You all are in town, though. Is this your entire group?
We have a couple more Guardians who are off doing. What were they doing? Making
They're with
an
us
outfit
right
for your
now.
squire?
No, I thought we were going to go all get the cart together. I thought we were all together.
No. Karist, she, Odd, and Harold all went to where we're
Huh.
staying,
Yeah.
so that
Okay.
Karist could start the suit.
Yeah, we have
we have
three
another
back.
Guardian.
If you have business,
Harold?
if
We
you have
have-
business, we don't want to stop you on your ways. But if it is okay with you, Guardians, it'd be nice to meet with other threads.
Oh, for sure. We're just on the way to purchase a carriage because, in all honesty, it's been a bit tiresome walking everywhere.
It is the way, but it is good for the census, I suppose. We'll meet you back at the place.
Oh.
Wait, the
Not
place
that place. You know what he means.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you got friends joining you at the end later.
Oh, I was gonna
You can.
ask. Hi, do you mind if I borrow this one really quick? And then he puts his hand on the shoulder of the brown-haired guy.
Do you think you deserve to be borrowed? No. He says no.
Nor do I think he should be punished. He didn't, in the
Oh.
grand scheme of things, really do anything.
No, I genuinely have a question for him. I don't plan on punishing him.
As you will,
What?
then.
Do I really seem like that kind of person to you, Ren? Wow.
You're a god.
Yes.
Wow. I mean,
For people like him and for me, you're our worst enemy. I want to try to just steal this kid so I can coin purse just in the middle of just slide a hand.
Steal it while I'm walking away with him.
Can I do?
You can do anything that you would like to, but it certainly takes some skill. It should also be noted that you're in front of all his companions at the moment.
Will it roll?
Oh, it did roll. That's a 32.
Jesus.
Hello?
You got a 32. Jerry?
Yeah? Yeah? No? Hello?
Okay.
32. Hi.
Does anybody notice?
I am checking now. Dun, 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 dun,
Make sure
dun,
you
dun,
weren't
dun,
dead.
dun. Probably not. No. No one notices.
hi. So, you said, you were recently in Serenas or whatever it is? The Confederation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, don't steal from me again. That was rude.
And flicks him on the forehead.
Ah.
Second of all, you seem
seem like you're in the sneakies, right? I assume so, because you tried to steal from me. So I assume you're in the sneakies.
I don't know what you mean.
You know, like I'm bad, but I'm not really bad. Kind of like Ren. Points at Ren. Do you know anything about a group called the G-Fang? From around there? Perchance?
I'm not from the Confederation. I've
I
heard
mean,
the
but
name.
yeah, you were like around there though, and since you're a sneaky boy, I don't know if you like heard anything about them while you were there. Maybe.
I don't do anything with that. I just know that they're terrorists.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, yeah, you're absolutely not wrong. Yeah, that's really it. Okay, bye.
Wait, I lie to you, Free?
What?
You might be able to use riding horse.
Pat, I push him
I
off.
think
Wow.
I think it's
You do
just that
so.
you require a larger amount. Like for reference, like one draft horse could pull a carriage, but it would take 2 riding horses to pull that carriage.
I can only make 1 riding horse. But it'd be one less thing to buy.
Looks like we're buying another horse.
Yeah,
It's less money to spend.
Sure, it's 25 less gold. Wait, where are the horses? There they are.
Hey, where are the horses? I don't know, you're supposed to be watching them.
Bye. See you guys later.
Yeah,
Don't interrupt the fashion show back at our house.
Before
Apartment thing.
before they start to walk away, what was this kid's name?
Joe.
I just tap Joe on the shoulder, and I'm like tossing his coin pouch up and down in the air, and it's like, you'll get better with it in time, and I just hand it to him.
You hear Tyrion just like whisper as they start to walk away. You deserve that.
Get outskilled, kid.
Fucking rereading Niles's like, I think I'm gonna go die now letter.
I think I'm gonna go down now.
Yeah, how he signed it because he thought it was gonna be his last letter to Lance.
Pretty gay.
It just makes me sad. Your ever faithful squire.
Wow, that's pretty gay.
It
Hey,
makes me sad.
You guys head
fancy.
to the stables on the outskirts of town. The people there are generally amiable and are willing to do business with you. What do you want?
can I purchase an elephant for 200 gold, please?
I don't
Shut
have
up.
any elephants. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I demand an elephant.
Are you saying we're out of elephants?
No.
Hey, Ren! Ren,
What?
can we name the horse Elephant so we can tell people that we have an elephant?
I think we should let Zoe name it.
Oh, you're right. I Zoe, what are you gonna name it?
I get to name it?
Yeah.
Sure.
She inserts name. It's dorky. I will come up with a name later.
Even more work for
Okay.
the DM to do.
Regalia.
So we're gonna need 1 riding horse. We're gonna need 1 riding horse, which will be 75 gold. And do we want a carriage or a cart?
Cart would be better for carrying our stuff, honestly.
Cart is like the
Cart's the bigger
thing.
one?
No, cart's the smaller one, I think.
Or wait,
Uh,
is it a cart or am I thinking of a wagon?
Oh,
Yeah,
wagons are nice.
Yeah,
Wagon?
wagons are Oregon Trail covered wagon. Yeah, I'm down with that.
I like Oregon Trail wagon.
Yeah,
I like
the wagon
whatever. I like
Cart-
whatever is not massive but is nice to travel in.
A carriage is the big boy one.
we
It
don't
costs
need
like 100 gold. So we
Oregon
want a
Trail wagon.
Alright, so a wagon is 400 pounds. 2 riding horses.
Wait.
Yeah,
so-
we're good. Yeah, because we're gonna have the one from Chris and then.
I thought you were buying 2. I was like, wait, what? We only need the 1.
Alright, so that will be 110 gold from your boy.
I can give you 7.
It's fine. I can give you.
Okay.
That's just the funniest thing to hear from somebody who's broken, just
All
wanting to
right,
help.
sir,
I'll give
your
you
bill's
7.
gonna be $700. I have 1.
I can give you 7.
I'll give you an IOU.
700? No, 7.
I have 9 pennies.
I got it. I
I have a shiny nickel.
Oh no, wait! I just found one on the ground. That's 10 pennies.
That's at least 1 dime.
I'll give you a solid
God.
7.
Oh no.
True
I can
pity.
offer you multiple nickels.
7. Okay, but continue.
But yeah, so
I can offer you tens of nickels.
But yes,
But,
you get yourself a horse and a wagon, a covered wagon. It is yours.
Hope we all don't weigh collectively 400 pounds.
Well, no. So combined, they can pull 1,000 pounds.
Ah,
So I
yes,
think
so
we're-
a lance on a full stomach. Alright.
Oh no.
Chonker.
Chunky boy.
Combined,
How much
we're
does
still
a human skeleton weigh?
Not much.
combined.
much.
We're about 300 pounds under the weight limit, I believe.
Probably.
So we are A-okay. That's even counting she in.
She.
Oh god, what's 11 kilograms?
I
don't know
want to
kilograms.
go
It's like
see how the
20
fitting is going.
Wait, 100
It's like
kilos is
26 pounds?
like.
How,
No,
what is going
no,
on?
24 pounds.
But nothing.
Wait, really?
yeah,
Yeah.
1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds.
Oh, I was thinking. Wait, 100 kilos though. That's like 200.
Bones
something
make up
pounds.
around 15% of a person's total body weight.
So what you're saying is, my bone, without my bones, I weigh like not that much.
Nope.
I don't weigh much either.
I just found out I couldn't donate plasma recently because I don't weigh 110 pounds.
Meh.
Same.
I have to weigh at least 110
You don't weigh
pounds.
110 pounds?
I weigh 108, so I can't give plasma.
Summer. Here's the play.
Summer, I think you weigh just
wear like weighted socks.
Wear
Also-
steel-toed shoes.
For this perspective, for Ren, as you are the purchaser, are you buying a lady or gentleman horse?
Does this matter?
We don't know what Chris is going to be, so
You pop out Chris and then get the one of the opposite gender so they can fuck
Yeah.
and breed more horses.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that way
yeah.
you have an endless supply of horses for when your horses inevitably die.
Even though it
I'm
takes
pretty-
11 months for gestation.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
usually male horses that are used for pulling. Cause like mares are usually kept for like breeding.
Yeah, breed on the road. Make endless pulling horses.
You
no,
pick
because then
whichever
we
you
have to
want.
stop because
We have
he has
to
to fucking
raise
pop a
Whichever you
baby
want.
out.
Which
That's-
would Zoe like? This is more for Zoe.
No,
than-
you the purchaser. You gave her naming rights. You
I
choose
give
the
Zoe
gender.
the money and tell her to sign
Boy.
everything.
No! She throws it on the ground and runs away.
I think.
I'll get a girl.
Oh, okay.
Understood.
She's gonna name it Daffodil.
Oh no. It's not even how you spell daffodil.
No, it's
I'll pronounce it.
Daffodil. It's
Daffodil.
Daffodil.
Whatever she names
Doug
it,
Dimmadome.
that's
I was about to say that.
Name the girl Doug Dimmadome.
Owner of the Dimsdale. Yeah, and then you name the cart the
Oh,
Dimsdale
no.
Dimmadome.
yes.
I'm Doug Dimmadome. And then you speak with animals, Doug Dimmadome, and you ask him who he is. I'm Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
None of
So
us
wait,
can
can
take
I
that.
give you a recommendation for a name?
Okay.
This just came to me from the great beyond. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Get the hell out of here.
You are walking.
You're walking.
It came to me from the great
That's
beyond.
also really rude, actually.
Yeah.
I think
I
You
feel
get
like
your fucking South Park jokes
yeah,
out
no,
of here.
that was definitely a South Park joke.
You get out of here.
Came to me
In an
from
episode of
great
South Park.
beyond.
It came to you in an episode of South Park. Don't lie to me.
Our horse is gonna fucking die. Fucking Fortuna out for me now. Our horse dies the first day we
Why?
get it.
Why would that be
I
bad luck on
unplugged
you?
my
It'd be bad
headset
luck on
accident.
me.
It gets
Oopsie.
fireballed. It gets fireballed.
I'm buying
Fortuna's
armor for
coming
this
for our
horse.
horse.
Yeah, you're gonna spend all that. You don't have that kind of money.
I'll
We
spend
break a tire because of
on the horse
Fortuna.
armor.
She coming for me now.
You don't get that
She
money.
picked on Niles enough, she's coming for me.
That being said, for
I was just gonna tell Summer, don't fucking put that bad luck. Fuck. You
What?
leave her alone. You don't put that bad luck on the horse.
I'm
Put it on
sorry!
Rin. Put it
Not
on
a
Rin.
choice. I mean, she put it on the fucking Niles.
Because that's
Yeah.
near and dear to your heart.
He means something to you.
I'm sorry. Zoe also means something to me, but you know.
You keep your fucking emotional attachment away from my horse.
you guys end up after you purchase your newfound wagon and horse, head back to the inn. For but Chris, you have finished the majority of your work for the day. That you
Do you don't want me to roll?
I mean, you can roll. Do it.
I'll do it.
Fucking do it.
Alright. Yeah, so basically, I'm starting out with just, the general cut of the base with the white wool and everything. Harold is helping, and I'm just sometimes, pulling She aside to just, look at his arms and just be like, okay, that long, alright.
It's just like fucking scalpel. Alright, suture.
Yep. Gazoon tight.
Bless
But yeah, you guys all reunify at the inn. Your new friends, Tyrion, Joe, Ashna, and Malise are there with you. They are all introduced to the entire group, for those who have not met already.
To a half-dressed She that has pins all over him.
They do not do that.
Can they?
No.
Oh.
Illegal.
One of that awkwardness.
It's our model. She is legal. He's 20.
Yeah.
No, it's illegal because of how embarrassing it would be.
Meh. However, you guys share a nice table in the inn that evening. Do you have any questions for your fellow travelers here seeking out the shrines as you do?
So, why are you guys back here if you were in the Confederation?
Tyrion pulls out a large and familiar book that he plops down on the table and says, "Stars lead where they may."
Oh, where are you guys headed to next?
It seems somewhere in Ezo, although where is still yet to be determined.
Which parts, southern or northern?
It's hard to say. At least the general direction it's giving me is hopefully not too far south.
Oh, it's giving you?
I am a reader, of course.
Ah!
My friend She is a reader as well.
I do my best. It's good that you have someone on your side. It's quite difficult to find a reader these days. It's art that's falling out of tune. I am fortunate to have my age with me. It comes before my beauty, I suppose.
You're gorgeous, if it helps. If
It-
if my words mean anything.
It should be noted that both Tyrion and Malice are elvish. They are pure elves.
Lance thinks elves are just pretty by nature because they are.
Because they are.
Considering her last encounter with an elf, Karista's gonna make sure her hair's extra floofy and kind of cover her ears.
That's sad.
Your hair won't protect you from true racism.
It's true. So do you guys you're having to go back down? Didn't you start in Ezo? Didn't you find the shrine before you left?
We did originally. We obviously had to activate the conduit to make sure our journey was to be set forth. We headed northwest first, and now we're turning back around. It is a humble task, I suppose.
You guys think we'll have to turn back around?
I hope not.
That honestly be very horrible.
The stars lead in very strange ways. Sometimes they may lead you in a straight line the whole way through, and other times, well, you find us.
Have you seen any other threads recently, like on your way back?
We did, in fact. There was Aki along the way. Wait, he's okay? He is. We saw him traveling through Serenus last. You just see kind of... You kind of just see, like, Zoe slump down into, like, a blob on the table. Just out of relief.
Isn't that boy you like?
She just nods from her blob state.
Okay, she doesn't even bother with it.
It's just like you hear the vague noise of. This is less blushy and more like, oh my god, he's alive! Thank the fucking Lord.
More than like.
Oh.
I saw that walk of shame.
Oh,
Did you say that out loud?
There ain't no shame.
walk of shame.
I whisper that last bit.
No, then Zoe needs to do a thing.
There ain't no
Hold
shame.
Hold on.
Ren, you suddenly see the blob turn to you with dagger eyes.
Walk of shame. What's that? No, come on, no. I wanted to ask.
No!
He doesn't get to talk about sex.
No! You don't get it, Lance!
Nope. This confirms what I believe Chris did not hear.
In D&D, this is what you see out of the corner of your eye, Ren.
Meanwhile, Oz just like, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Navigate to D&D. Oh no. Oh no.
But yes. Do you have any other questions for your fair travelers?
Maybe I shouldn't poke and prod so much.
I mean,
What's
they ain't got no
like-
questions for me. I don't have anything.
What's the scariest thing you've seen so?
Through one of the various shrines that we visited, there was a bone dragon, believe it or not.
Oh, Chris' eyes get really wide.
Dragon?
An undead one of sorts. It was quite fearsome.
And
Yeah.
at the word undead, Chris' eyes get wider. Harold right next to her.
His eyes don't get wider, but he looks on in intrigue.
Oh, it's just Tom face.
We did our best not to combat it as we were. We are quite fearful for our own survival. He kind of just like looks among his group. Everyone laughs except for Ashna, who just kind of hides her face in her hair.
You have very pretty hair, little one.
Thank you. Not little.
You're right, you're very big. How have you been enjoying the journey?
Also, Zoe punches you between this.
Why? I'm just trying to be nice to tiny people.
Don't call people tiny.
Okay.
What did you say to her though?
What's been the funnest part for you?
We went back home for a little bit.
Where's home?
It's where the
Anatolia.
hardest.
Oh.
I don't come from a place that many people go to, but I like it there. The food's really good. She's also like wringing her hands as she's talking. She seems to be very shy.
This poor sweet child, someone save her.
How was Anatolia? I heard earlier in the street, I fucking clicked off of Roll20 and now I have to reload it. God damn it. I heard earlier that there is like a mild issue that happened or something like that.
And there's always conflict in Anatolia, unfortunately. It is part of the sheer luck that we had finding Ashna when we did. She was graced with the vestiges, as she was, within her small family, but it is not quite appreciated in their very conservative culture there. Either way, the Confederation is stamping down on the locals in the area. There's not much that can be done at this point, though. The Confederation is all-powerful, as you probably know.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, I imagine not. You are from the West.
Yeah.
Where from?
Quartz.
We made it out that way once before, says Malice.
Ooh.
It was on our third journey west. It is quite a beautiful place.
How long ago?
I believe that was... And she kind of like looks to her partner across the table. I believe 7 years?
Ooh. That was when I just started being a knight, I think. Yeah, it was like a year after.
You're a knight for Quartz. How fascinating.
Oh. Yeah, it's not a very good position to be in right now.
Why is that?
You know what just happened there.
I did hear rumors about the prince. There's trouble everywhere you go in this world. It is best not to fret upon the small details.
I have to fret.
Why do you have to fret?
You know, livelihood.
Zoe interrupts and says, "It's a little complicated.
Yeah,
Lance just wants to do his best." Ashna seems to feel bad at what she says and just like nods her head and then hides behind her hair.
Someone save this poor sweet child.
What's up with all of these good girls being too good for the world?
Have you guys seen Summer at all? We have not. We did hear that her travels are taking her to the north. We might meet her, right? Zoe kind of looks to all of you.
I mean, it's possible.
Definitely is.
A great
no
deity
idea.
in the sky gets confused whenever you ask about Summer, Zoe.
Which one?
Implying you're a deity.
We are gods.
Yeah,
We're
jump off the
gods,
cliff.
right? I will!
I'll just
Hold
start
on,
calling
hold on,
in-game
Diamond Stars.
Summer by your fucking league name. How do you like that?
Surmer.
Cernmer.
Hold on,
Call
I'll
her
go buy.
Big Summer.
I'll go buy a diamond, throw it off a cliff, and then you can see how much of a god you are.
Oh, hello!
Hello?
A person enters the bar.
The princess needs to be carried upstairs.
Oh.
Oh.
Go do that. Does anyone
I
else
gotta
have
get
any?
the princess upstairs.
We
What?
understand. Off. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to discuss with your fellow adventurers in the same light?
Not really. They had nothing for me. I got nothing for them.
Not particularly, no.
That is okay. If not, you guys share a lively conversation about just basic things, having good food and good drinks, and then you guys retire to your various rooms for sleep.
Did Zoe come up with a name?
That is also my business, and I gotta do that later. I want to pick the right name. Assume she named it immediately, though.
Okay. But
She's
see,
just
my
like,
pla-
this is the name. but I can't do that. I'm not that talented.
See, my play here is I get Zoe to name it. That way, Chris forms an attachment. He's less willing to kill it.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works. Yeah.
I have
I'm
to believe.
concerned.
I'm debating whether it's a waste of time.
I mean, it might be, but who cares?
It just means that when it does die, Zoe's gonna be more broken up about it.
Yeah, and I'll get the bond with her over the loss of the horse. Win-win.
I'm not revivifying a horse.
And then you get that nice horse jerky
It's true.
Yes.
as you feed it to Zoe.
Oh no.
No,
That's
Zoe
fine.
was like, I think Zoe would be able to accept the death of the horse. She would not eat it.
It's an animal.
It's all we have to eat. Looks at pile of food behind us. It's all we have to eat.
Took my only food.
I'll make it clear. Zoe's eaten horse before.
I mean, that's fine.
Horse meat's pretty good.
But is it the horse that she named and had an
It's
emotional
not.
attachment to?
It's not.
Exactly.
It is
It's
not.
all we have to eat. But what about all that food we just bought? It's all we have to eat.
Then I'll starve.
That food was for the horse. The horse is dead now. Exactly. So eat your horse.
I'll eat its oats.
It doesn't have any. The horse ate it.
Ah!
It's starved to death.
That being said, you guys awaken in the morning as you do. You are free to do as you please. A whole day lies before you. Ren probably bought real estate. Probably.
Probably.
What is your budget, out of curiosity?
My budget is 900, 1400 if this is a good enough place to trade away Kajiwara's gold trade bars.
You could manage that.
I can manage that. Yeah,
Hey Jerry.
what's up?
Fun fact: Formosa doesn't give a fuck about Ezo.
Oh, that's true. So the
Their
mark's
banks
gonna
don't
mean
care.
nothing.
Follow-up question. Glamored studded leather armor. Forgot to ask about that shit.
Did we end
You-
session?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
You found, you probably found some glamour studded leather armor. Hold, please.
It's a
Does
rare item.
Yeah, I'm pretty, yeah. It's,
500,
yeah. They're selling it for a solid 450. Or 4,500, rather.
Ah, fuck. I was debating so hard.
No. I left off a 0 by accident.
Oh.
You know, I was gonna ask about a rare item too, Jerry, but I was like, nah, I still don't have that money.
Yep. You kind of got the same sort of spiel as that was a tongue twister. You got the same sort of spiel. My goodness. As the other ones where magical items in particular are really hard to get within Formosa at the moment, just because of the fucking weird laws that they got going on.
Okay, well, this is armor. Fair. But,
But it's more about, like, they don't want their citizens getting armed with defenses or offenses.
okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Uh,
That's fair.
all of the other thieves disagree.
No, me out of character, that's fair.
Me in character. That's fuck bullshit.
Yeah, no, Ren's is like,
Right? Yeah! Fuck the government.
You want to join a guild?
Man, the government's stupid. Hey, you want
I
to join
got
a
a
guild?
guild for you.
I've got a guild who shares your views.
It's
Down
called
with the
it's called
government. Down
it's
with
called
the
the
government.
Road.
There
Get
is a
away
guild
from
called
me.
the Road.
The road.
Road.
Called
Road.
my
It's
ass.
a road.
Fuck
road.
those silver dragons. I got the road.
hey, you just follow the road and you'll end up where you need to be. That's the
Get away from me.
Shut up.
Get away from me with your fucking talk of the road.
There's a road in every town.
Much like the
Even
actual
this
road,
one.
there's a member in every town.
Even this town. They're right
Oh,
there.
Especially in this town.
Wait, I have a. This would never be useful. Why am I even thinking
right
about?
there. They're right there.
Ashna has done nothing wrong.
You ever just think about
They're
purchasing
right
a
there.
fucking folding boat?
Folding boat is pretty dope if you can like come upon it.
Yeah, but it's like, would that ever even be useful to me?
I'd get a folding boat if I could.
I
I'm
don't
the
think,
cleric. I just want items.
don't think there's.
Hey, I've got an
anything-
item now. You won't hear shit out of me.
I need to look for something for an odd. What about a pearl of power?
That all being said, as said, you
Wait. Did that not pick up?
Yeah,
He's
wait,
asking
you-
about Pearl of Power.
Oh,
Chris.
You're
Pearl
being
Power.
serious?
Yeah, I didn't know you were being serious.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
Is that uncommon or rare?
I don't think it's rare.
It's uncommon. It's that same sort of situation. They do know that there was someone who was they essentially passed up on an offer for a Pearl of Power. They were selling too much, price was too high. But they sent them over to one of their contacts over in Nara, which is the capital in northern Ezo.
The quest for a pearl of power.
Yo, I got you, Trollo. I got you. I'm tracking down leads for you. I got you.
I mean, that'd be helpful for when I use Pass Without Trace, and I need that spell slot
I'll
back.
put it if you need it for your notes, but that's the name.
Nada.
Nada!
It is the capital for Dewa province, which is the northern area of Ezo.
Just let me know where to
Wanna,
mark it
like,
on the map, and I'll be
Point,
good.
yeah, point that on the
Hmm.
map for us.
I can do that thing. I mean,
So we can label it.
Draw a shape.
Boop.
Purple.
Dewa is right here.
Shit.
So
I'm
let's
too
point.
zoomed
Hold
out.
on. Let's point better. Boop. Right in that bay.
Oh god, that's gotta be green. Fuck. Hold up.
It's gotta be green.
Do you have a particular like?
I've got colors set up for this shit. You can see where
It's
I've been
gotta
doing
be green.
green for Ezo, and then purple for Formosa because it just pops
Yeah,
out
no,
more.
it's very good color palette. I approve.
Do you know the name
Yeah,
of the capital
but
for
where
Formosa,
at?
by the way?
Pretty sure it was either Seoul or
It
Pyongyang.
was, like,
It's
right
in my
there.
notes.
That work?
and
No, yeah, right here at this little. There's
Does it
for Formosa. There's a northern capital here, right along this tree line, and then there's the actual capital here.
Wait, Northern capital? Fuck.
I'm pointing at northern.
Formosa has a lot of issues. Don't mind them.
Yeah, Formosa, why are you the problem child?
cause Civil War.
Yep.
Okay, so that was called Nara.
This one is Nara. It's an Nara.
You know, I'm glad I took up this role, but at the same time, I'm not.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Yeah.
At least you're not doing the stats. Jerry has the hard role.
The hard part about this is that sometimes it won't even let me put in shit, so it's like I gotta keep doing it and do it in weird ways.
That is life.
And then what are the
Um,
names of the two capitals in Formosa?
This haven't decided yet. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
They're capitals though. Don't worry.
Pen Shapiro destroys. Why is that trending on Twitter? Ben Shapiro destroys.
I don't want to know. At least while I'm streaming. But you guys awake in the morning, doing your various business with breakfast. You have a good one. Unless you have any other business with the lovely travelers, they seem to be heading out to Aomori.
Can I know? Can you write their names in D&D?
That I can do. In a moment, so I'm gonna take us back here for the moment. Boop, boop.
You're all very nice. Don't buy meat from a man named Mikkel if he's still there. Don't buy his meat.
Kyle's not selling anymore.
It's not good. I mean, apparently it was good, but it wasn't good.
It was good. It wasn't good for you.
Yeah.
So McDonald's.
Yeah.
I said it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait,
McDonald's is tasty. It's very tasty.
Yeah.
It's because
It's
they put lots of sugar and everything.
was
It's
Tyrion the
acceptable.
reader?
He's like the de facto leader.
Turian, yeah.
Turian.
No, the reader.
Oh yeah, he is also the
Yes.
reader. Yes.
Okay.
You do see that he seems to wield a very handsome stringed instrument. It's not quite a guitar, but it's very long.
Give me a
He's a
diddle.
bard.
Give me a diddle.
Ring ding 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 ding.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Listen, I also play a bit.
If the others were curious, you saw that Joe seemed to have daggers at his side. Malice, the young woman, had scabbards featuring scimitars at her side. She seemed to have 2 of them. And Ashna carried no weapons.
Of course, she's a small babu that needs to be protected. She shouldn't be fighting.
Ashna's definitely a caster. It would seem like.
Well, she's the babu.
She should never be fighting.
It should be noted,
Fight for your life.
no one questioned that she was a thread and has probably seen more than Zoe has already.
Yeah.
But they are gone. They left.
She's
Oh my
level
God.
50. She's level 15.
When you look at the list of good threads and you notice that somebody's name is it? Yeah, it's. Is that Ellie? I think.
Ellie?
Somebody else have that? Not this? Or did I write down wrong? Or is it
I don't know,
Eli?
Ellie.
Did I write
believe
this
it's-
down wrong?
I believe there's an Eli. That
I think
seems
I just wrote it
familiar.
down wrong. Okay.
Was Joe a human or an elf?
Joe is a human. Joe is a human. The 2 others are elves. Ashna is also human.
How old did Joe look?
He looks like a solid 18 or 19. Maybe
Hot, yes.
17. Like maybe an older looking 17. Hard to say.
All of the angsty teens and all of the campaigns. Yes.
He's definitely like Ren Light.
Red light? What does that mean?
No. I'm writing out so you understand what I mean. He's a Ren Light.
He's Diet Ren.
Diet Ren, yes.
What?
Diet Ren.
What?
What is up with all of these angsty teenagers and
I
all
don't-
of the campaigns?
I
He's
mean,
Bargain Bin Ren.
I think
okay,
Niles and Zoe are the only non-edgy teenagers we
Just,
met.
but
Well, okay, Chris isn't a teenager, so
but
that.
as we all know, Ren is already Bargain Bin Ren. So really,
What the fuck?
like Aki's pretty edgy. Summer's decently edgy. Ori is
how
super
is Summer
edgy.
edgy? Summer's not
she
edgy at
came
all.
off a little edgy at first.
Summer's
She
not
was
edgy.
pure.
She's like the type of friend
Thanks
you
for
always
calling me
want to
pure.
have.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
Trilla.
Yeah.
And then we have shit like we got fucking Joe, we got Aki, I have to deal with fucking Ori in another campaign.
Aki's not edgy.
teens.
Aki is not edgy.
He's just kind of an asshole.
rowdy.
Yeah, he's rowdy. Rowdy's a good word.
Edgy. Rowdy, edgy teenage angst.
That much
That
is
is
true.
that is the trifecta. The
It should be
teenage angst
noted.
Is real.
2 things to note. 1, you didn't meet Ashna. You were able to talk to her a little bit. She didn't say a whole lot, but she's very shy in general. But she's the youngest that you've seen. You haven't seen an old thread.
We
It's
have-
usually because
Arava.
Well, okay,
Arava.
Arava, but also he's like in his 20s essentially. Don't mind him. He's just an elf. He's special.
They all explode because too much power in their body.
It's the same thing with like Turian. Turian looks like he's a solid 25 years old. He's like 400.
because their lifespan is like 20 years.
Yeah, the thread's lifespan is probably like 30 maximum, honestly.
It's honestly because they probably died going on their fucking quest.
No,
Right.
I think-
It should also be noted, though, and it is reminded that the threads you were speaking to have just left. They went to Aomori. No one's
Alright.
asked what happens.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
No one's asked what happens to the threads on their journey.
Because nobody knows, because nobody's fucking completed it.
Incorrect. Many threads have made the journey. None have completed it. So
Yeah,
that
because
means some people know what happened to the threads. No one's asked.
We just assume that they're die. Why would we have a reason to assume otherwise?
Oh, no.
Karist is
no.
unpresuming.
Odds, they're just going along with it. It's like a similar pattern.
no.
What you do know is that a lot of these journeys have ended in death.
That's why Lance just assumes they die.
That much is very true, and that much is not not confronted. What's the better word? Argued
Acknowledged.
by Zoe. It is acknowledged. I think everyone acknowledges it. Like, they don't do it outright. They're like, he fucking died, bitch. But everyone's like, yeah, that happened.
Oh no.
You want to share? You want to share your own O?
You guys are essentially just chilling in the city. If you want to talk.
I have a small theory, but I'm gonna keep this one close to the vest.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna work on my the outfit.
Yeah, you do that throughout the morning. Otherwise, you guys
Yeah,
are free to
but-
do as you please.
That's working with the metal. She doesn't know how to do with the chains.
No, I mean the chains are already made, so like I'd probably say.
I know, but it's like adding it.
Yeah.
She
But
doesn't
like,
do a lot of metal work with into fabric.
I would say what you have currently, they're generally like they're like necklaces, but they can be attached at several points. In
Yeah,
a very
that's what
discreet
she's
way.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like in the picture that you can actually see
Yeah.
them. They're just the line loops on the
Yeah.
pant in the top on
They
the left
just need to
side.
be like acquitted to it.
Yeah, one of them's attached to a button, the other one's attached to probably goes up to the sash.
Yep. But do you have any other
Sash belt.
business here?
No.
You have your horse in not carriage, but the other thing, wagon.
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 Oh, do you guys want the other horse?
Please.
Yeah, we need it.
Insert horse name here. Can't carry a saw by herself.
Okay.
You said
and
you can
I
make one.
yeah, and then I pull up a patch off my robe of many things, and there is suddenly a horse in front of us, a riding horse with saddlebags.
Well, we don't need the saddlebags, but
Just to keep them.
They can be
Yeah.
useful.
It's free real estate.
Yeah. What that voice in the sky said.
That was me, the horse.
Oh no!
Fucking nay.
Wait, Harold, did you just talk?
Mm.
they don't have vocal cords.
You
You're always gonna bring that up.
can always make clicking sounds like it's the bones.
Or just like,
Keyboard clacks.
Oh no. I don't have a mechanical keyboard. It can't work.
Oh no.
Oh, too much. Oh no, she typed in Discord. Oh no.
You shut up.
So yeah, Karist wants to name this horse unless anyone has any objections.
Was it a boy or girl?
Can we name it
Yeah,
Spirit?
hold on. Don't steal my idea.
Was that your idea?
It was my favorite movie as a kid. Shut up.
oh, I love that.
Hold on. 1d20. Chris choose high or low. Don't look at it though. Chris.
Oh wait, what?
Chris.
Oh,
Chris,
I
say
see.
high or low.
oh, hi.
Roll again. Okay, Smail.
I thought your 15 was the high, and I was confused.
Yeah, it was, but then you saw it before you said it, so I was like,
I
well,
was
now
confused, but it worked
And
out
what-
because I thought it was male in the first place.
And what
now-
horse did
now
you
it
buy?
is.
Oh,
female.
what a female horse.
They're going
Ah,
bang.
Can you spawn a neutered horse?
Nope.
No.
Nope. It's got all the works.
I mean, I have a dagger.
No.
I have a dagger and a
I'm
small
not
knife.
healing that. I'm not healing that. I heal
Gotta-
people, not animals.
Just as a reminder, cure
Wait,
wounds is a
wait.
touch spell.
Not if you're
Wait.
I bet you will
What?
touch that.
I heal people, not animals.
I'm not a vet.
So, are we done in Bosong?
Yes.
I am.
Then, as you guys consider the next plans of your adventure, you guys discuss with Shi, and he says, from the looks of what we need to do, at least in the future, we'll be heading northeast. From what I'm aware of the way that the country is set up, there is a highway to the east that seems to be the most easy to travel through.
Considering we now have a cart, we kind of have to take the paths and not the beaten paths.
I guess it'll be easier.
We should definitely be making quicker progress, at least.
That's very true. It's to the north, right? It is. We can travel through Nara, I suppose, out to the east, and travel along the coastline. We can learn more the further we travel north. Does anyone
Sorry.
have issue with this plan?
I've got none.
Oh, that sounds fine.
In due time, you gather your things, you put any supplies you have in your wagon, and you guys set off with your newfound magical horse and regular horse, as well as wagon.
It's a normal horse. It's just of magical origin.
It's a magical horse. It's the best horse.
My little pony,
No!
my little pony.
I'm glad I don't know that song.
And a tiger.
What are their cutie marks, Chris?
I'm deeply concerned. That being said, this seems like a good place to end it.
This is fine with me.
You did the thing. I need to
We didn't
do.
really progress at all, but
No,
that's
you
fine.
progressed a lot.
If you want a horse name, Chris, you could do Rain.
Good.
I think that's the female horse's name,
Did we level up?
You did not level up.
or am I
You
making
didn't
that up?
level up, and I'm pretty sure we didn't either.
Did the skeleton level up?
The skeleton did his best.
Skeleton's been working us at his.
Harold is the
Bony
name.
ass
Is it
off.
Harold?
It's
Yes.
Harold.
He's been
Yeah.
working his ass off.
What is Harold's strength?
Not high.
I believe
What
it's
is
like an 8. No, it's not even that.
It's 10 actually.
He has
Really?
11 now.
Harold, buddy.
It's
Okay,
real
don't look
soon
at that.
he's gonna
I just-
die in combat.
I just hope you know that
I can reanimate him.
I know, but I just want you to know, Free, that every 24-hour period you have to keep using a 3rd level spell.
Oh no, I've been marking off the spell.
Okay.
I have 2 of 3 3rd level spell slots currently.
Everyone's managing to fix my spell.
Yeah, no, I'm well aware. Don't worry. That's like the
Good.
first thing she does in the morning.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After she brushes her teeth, she animates her dead once again.
As
Yep,
you do.
yep.
Feels good, man, when your potion making is paying off.
However, do we have any questions before we end?
No.
Where's my squire?
He's in the desert.
Where's my man witch?
Actually, well, no, I don't need to ask that.
Yes,
I
Rain is the female horse in
My
the
man
spirit
witch.
stallion spirit of Cinnamon.
That all lovely things being said.
Miles
I
is
do
an
have to name a horse, and I do have to give Ren pricing on things. But
One day.
And I would
One
like
day.
a single NPC character sheet.
one day. In the meantime, say goodbye, stream.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.